for it.
Welcome to the Samwelb B12 experience,
where we have you covered for all the NHL action, play-by-play, news, and more. Make sure to subscribe today.
Watching Samwelb experience.
Thanks so much, Dougie. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the show. Welcome in. It is Sam from the Samwelb B12 experience, and we are back, and couldn't be prouder. And we got to make some changes. I got to flip these cameras around. There we go. Oh, it's black now. Uh-oh, that's not good. That's not good. Give me a moment while we fix this. It's a black camera. But I should have done this beforehand. Way to go, Sam. Way to figure it out. Why is the camera coming up black? Oh, I know why. There we go. Peekaboo. Peekaboo. There we go, you rookie. Welcome in, everybody. Here we are. We're back in the studio. It took long enough. We're ready to rock and roll. We're going to have some fun tonight. It's the Leafs. It's the Bruins. It's rivalry night here on the channel. Oh, and I can't wait. It's been a long time coming. Lala, what's going on? Triton, welcome in. Marshall, how's it going? Rissy's, welcome in. Number one, hello, Jeff. What's up? Hey, Darcy. How's it going? Daniel, what's shaking? John, Kirk, Lucas, Herman, welcome in. Murph, what's going on? Welcome in, everybody. Matt Jack, how's it going? Richard, Happy New Year to you as well. Mimi, hello there. Happy New Year. Yes, Happy New Year to everybody. We're a little bit under the weather, as what happens when you travel between the hot and the cold and the airplanes and all the fun stuff. So we caught a little bit of the sniffles. We're going to do our best. We're going to get through this. Bradley, what's going on? Welcome in, everyone. Duke, how's it going? Happy New Year. Hope everyone had a great holiday season and a great New Year's. We sure did. But I'll tell you, it is certainly fine and dandy to be back in the studio. Dallas, what's going on? We made do with what we had, but boy, oh boy, it was very interesting without everything. Victoria, how's it going? Welcome in. All right, let's get into it. This is a big game. The Leafs, the Bruins, we know there's some history here, and let's get into the projected lineups based off of what's been reported and morning skates. For the Bruins, we're getting Brad Marchand with Elias Lindholm and David Pastrnak. Pavel Zacha with Charlie Coyle and Morgan Geekie. We got Oliver Wahlstrom with Trent Frederick and Justin Brazeau, who every time I see Brazeau, get more and more impressed with this guy. Books, what's going on? Welcome in. We got Beecher with Kostelic, who just signed an extension, and Kopicki. On the D side, Big Z, Zadorov with McAvoy, Osterl with Carlo, Lorai with the other Peaky, Andrew Peaky. We got Andrew Peaky and Morgan Geeky. It doesn't get more confusing than that, but at least we can make them rhyme. Starting goal, Jeremy Swayman gets the start tonight. For the Maple Leafs, we got Matty Nyes and Mitch Marner, and making his return to the lineup, whether it's right, whether it's wrong. But Austin Matthews, AM34, is back tonight. Joshua, what's going on? Let's go Cats. The Oilers are second back-to-back, beat the Ducks yesterday. There you go. You got to beat the Ducks, right? You got to beat those Ducks. But Austin Matthews back in the lineup tonight. There's been lots of conversation about Mr. 34. Is it right? Should he sit down long-term? What is the situation going to be? But he is back tonight, so we'll have to see how it's going to hold up, which means we can be dropping our AM34 redemption all night long. I don't even remember what the code is. You guys know more than I do. But AM34, drop those redemptions in. Bring up that Austin Matthews stink face. There it is. Welcome back, Austin Matthews. The second line, we got Max Pacioretty with John Tavares and Big Willie Styles, William Nylander, Bobby McMahon, Max Domi, and Nicky Robertson. And we got a little bit of controversy on this fourth line. Winds of Summer, what's going on? Pre-playoff game tonight. You got it. It is like that. Take a spoon of honey and a drop of eucalyptus oil for a couple of days. Thank you, Mimi. I will do just that. Bob, what's going on? Shouldn't put him in against a team like Boston. Bob, that I don't understand. I don't understand why they're putting him in today. And the controversy is your fourth line is Steven Lorentz, David Kemp, and Connor Dewar. We're dressing Ryan Reeves all season to do nothing. In a game against Boston, where you're bringing Austin Matthews in, who's had nothing but injuries, why no Ryan Reeves to protect him? I don't understand that. Jeff coming back aboard the membership train. Welcome in, Jeff. Welcome to the squad. Thank you so much, sir. Much appreciation for the membership. BD, what's going on? Welcome in. Zoran, how's it going? Welcome home. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. The home is happy to have us because we can turn the heat back up a little bit. Luna, how's it going? We haven't got to that just yet. But that's the controversy today. Why no Ryan Reeves when you're bringing Austin Matthews back in the lineup when he suffered injury woes? We'll have to see and understand how this comes in. RK, I guess I'm cheering for the Leafs so the Sens can catch the Bruins. There you go, RK. I knew we'd find a way of converting you over to cheer for the Leafs. Now, let's not forget about the defense. Morgan Riley's going to be with Philip Myers. Big Myers going to be in here tonight. Jake McCabe with Chris Tanev. Simon Benoit and Oliver Ekman-Larsson drops to the third pairing with Benoit. And Joseph Wall scheduled to get the start here today for the Maple Leafs. The good news, Hakanpää has been practicing. He's looking better, working through. Stolar is still out with that lower body injury. Pontus Holmberg battling that illness. But why is Ryan Reeves a healthy scratch in a game against the pesky Bruins when we need the physicality, we need the tough stuff, we need the protection for Matthews, unless Philip Myers gets the tap on the shoulder, Max Domi gets the tap on the shoulder, Connor Dewar gets the tap on the shoulder, and they say, whatever it takes, balls to the wall. Let's put these Bruins through the boards and stand up for your captain. We're going to wait and see how this one plays out. But that's what I'm thinking. If there's no Reeves tonight, some of the other guys must have that proverbial tap on the shoulder. And, of course, let's not forget about Max Pacioretty. Patch has been one of the big physical standout bright spots for this Leaf team over the last several weeks. He's been absolutely dropping the shoulder, running guys over. Love what we're seeing from Max Pacioretty. Now, there are a couple of hot stars to watch in this game tonight. Of course, if you're a Bruins fan, all eyes on Brad Marchand and David Pastrnak. These are the guys to be watching. Marchand just got 4 points in his last 5, 3 of those being assists. For the Maple Leafs, it's the John Tavares show. Goo Gaga, what's going on? Welcome in. Matthews is in. Beverly, what's up? Welcome in. Welcome in for sure. Alan, good to see you. Good evening. So it's the John Tavares show. 6 points in his last 5 games, 4 of those are goals, and William Nylander, 5 assists in his last 5 games. V, what's up? Welcome in. Good to see you. So, John Tavares, right now, the points he's putting up, he would be leading goal scorer for like 20 or 24 of the teams in the league. He'd be up there on points. He's doing everything. What an unbelievable season. 2 of the big contract extensions that are coming, Tavares and Marner, are having stellar seasons, and hopefully it can run tonight as well. The first game they played in October 26th, Boston beat Toronto 4-3. Rich, what's going on? Welcome in. Good to see you. When they played the rematch November 5th, Toronto stopped them 4-0. So what is tonight's game going to be? Who's going to run the tables? And one of the things we got to look at is who are the officials. And I hate to go here already. You know it. I hate to go here. BC, what's going on? Welcome in. Good to see you. The referees for tonight, the officials, Jean Herbert, Frederic Leclerc, Andre Smith, and James Tobias. Those are your 4. Herbert and Leclerc are the referees, Smith and Tobias. Hopefully it's not Tobias the bias, but we got a couple of referees in here, and hopefully they're not going to control the game too much. Over the last 10 games, Boston 5-4-1, Toronto 6-4-0, coming off back-to-back wins over the New York Islanders, a loss to the Caps, and a win against Detroit. The Bruins, a loss to the Rangers, a loss to the Caps, and a win. They're actually split in the home and home with Columbus, split that. But losing to the Rangers right now is not good. Who played the most games in the NHL? Luna, I don't know off the top of my head. I'd have to check it out. Saul, what's going on? Welcome in. Good to see you. Okay, so how do these two teams compare at this point into the season? Well, on the power play, Toronto hanging on to that 18th spot. They kind of up to 16, back to 18. They were dead last, but 21.1%. Boston has dropped to 12.9%. Puts them 31st in the league. Al, what's going on? We're back in Canada. We are back home, back in the studio, and it is freezing. It is cold. On the penalty kill, Toronto 10th overall in the league at 82%, Boston at 25th. In the face-off side, Toronto used to be at the top. They've slipped down to about 7th, Boston in 4th, but the difference is minimal. 52.2% for Toronto, 52.8% for Boston. In the goalie categories, goals for, Boston is 29th, goals against are 15th. Toronto is 13th and 8th, so a slight edge to the Maple Leafs. Jeremy Swayman this season, 13-12-3 at 2.87 goals against and an 8.93 save percentage. Joey Wall is 12-6 on the year at 2.39 and a 9.17. So he has been outstanding. We hope he is going to continue and have a great game tonight. Now, we got to name our red light player of the game. And for those that haven't watched with us before, you're asking, what does that mean? The red light player of the game. Well, it means when our player of the game scores, we light the lamp. We light the lamp for our red light player of the game. And tonight's player, because he's making his return, it's going to Austin Matthews. Austin Matthews, AM 34, is getting the player of the game, the red light player of the game. So if Matty is to score, he is going to light the lamp as I knock everything over my desk. So Austin Matthews, red light player of the game tonight. Let's see what he can do. Now, of course, Matty Nyes has been absolutely unbelievable. Say I pronounce my name, Alenga. Alengu? Alengu. Alenga? Oh, no. This is going to be another one that's going to trip me up. Is it Alenga? Hopefully that's the case. Oh, my goodness. Well, welcome in, everybody. Thank you, Joey. What's going on? I appreciate you coming by, chat, and have some fun. Best hockey chat here on the tubes. Appreciate you all so much. As you are coming in, do me a favor, hit that thumbs up for us. Triton coming in with the 5 spot. Next time you visit, could you leave the cold? And it's been used. Yeah, Triton, I heard this week it's going to be fairly on the cool side down there. So it was a nice time to come back and head up here. But it's cold. It's cold. We took the boys to the rink this morning for hockey practice. I can tell you, I'd rather be on a chilly day down south than a warm, cold winter day. It's an oxymoron, right? A warm, cold. But it was warm at about -2. It was still bloody cold. And it feels extra cold when you spend so much time in the heat. But what we're hoping is we get some heat from this Toronto team here today. This is going to be a huge, huge game. And one of the reasons why it's going to be a huge game is the Florida Panthers and the Toronto Maple Leafs are still battling for that top spot in the Atlantic Division. Toronto now, this will be their 40th game. They have 50 points. Florida has 50 points. Almost identical records. 24-14-2 for the Cats. 24-13-2 for the Maple Leafs. Boston has managed to climb all the way back. They were down quite a bit, but they've been on a little bit of a tear. They're now through 40 games, 20-16-4 at 44 points. Tampa Bay just behind them with 42 points. So it is a very, very big night tonight. Boston, with a win tonight, can catch up even closer to these top two teams, and they're holding their own. Toronto trying to beat out Florida for that top spot. Right now, Toronto, Florida, Boston, those top three in the Atlantic, they're making their way in. Tampa in Ottawa hanging on to the wild card in the East. But Montreal, we talked about Montreal before. Montreal is kind of saying, hey, don't forget about us. They're hanging around. They're 3 points back from a wild card spot. Just 3 points. So could all the Canadian teams in the East find their way into the playoffs? It is going to be a very interesting push in this second half of the season. Peter, what's going on? Happy New Year, Sam and homies. It's not you can't play badly. Yeah, that's right. And Happy New Year to you, Peter. Happy New Year to everybody. Hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful winter break. And of course, come Monday, we won't talk about it, but it's back to work, back to school, and back to everything. We're just waiting for them to switch over. We're moments away from getting this game underway, and this is going to be a huge one. Of course, I'm so excited to see Matthews back, but I'll be honest. I hope they limit his minutes. Dan, what's going on? Good evening. Happy New Year. Welcome in. I hope they limit Austin Matthews' minutes. I don't want to see him going in here full time. I want to see him kind of being eased back in. And not that he's going to be rusty. Against this Boston team, Boston hits and hits hard. Boston is a cheap, dirty team. And you do not want to see a slew foot, a cross check, something that gets taken Matthews into the boards or down awkwardly, and he's got to miss time again. It's been 14 hours a day. Oh, Rich, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, but hey, got to pay those bills, right? So Jeff Skinner and Derek Ryan are on the trade block. Darcy, it's going to be interesting to see what Edmonton can do. They have a lot of changes, a lot of things they have to do. Are you on this Sunday versus the Flyers? You know what? I'll be honest. We just got home. I have not really looked at anything past today. But tomorrow against the Flyers, yeah, we could probably make that happen. We'll have to take a look. But yeah, chances are we can make that happen. We're going to take a look, though. We're going to sit down and figure out the schedule for this week, get our rotations back. We got the laundry going. We still got suitcases all over the place. We're still trying to unload. But hey, we had to be here. We had to get the studio up and running. And that's what we do, right? That's what we do. I have a feeling Matthews is rushing himself. Hayden, I think you are correct. Antonio, how's it going? Welcome in. Yes, Dallas, the toothbrush did get unpacked. Funny story. Well, not really a funny story. It was funny to me. I got down there and I realized the toothbrush I had, for whatever reason, when I took it out of the casing, it was all grimy and whatever. So I'm like, let me go buy a new toothbrush. Got the greatest. It's like this wicked futuristic type of toothbrush. Man, it was so good. I don't even know what kind it is, but it was so good. So we got a new toothbrush. Happy to report. Not that anybody cares. All right, they got the lights on. Let's get the screen shift over. Let's listen in. It's going to be anthem time. Oh, I got to switch this camera too.
Of our national anthems.
Oh, say can
Please rise.
you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the fight. O'er the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Wayne, what's going on? Yes, welcome in, everybody. Thanks for joining us.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north, strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
All right, excellent job. It's time to get ready to drop the puck and play some hockey live. From Toronto, it's Saturday night.
Regular season this
Let's
weekend.
go.
The old rivals, the Bruins and Maple Leafs on Hockey Night in Canada. Pre-game warm-up, the starting goaltenders renewing acquaintances, but it's not going to be all.
Pretty cool to see the goaltenders give each other a little high
Jeremy
fives
Swayman
at
making his
their warm.
29th start of the season.
Jeremy
He's allowed
Swayman, 2
goals or
shutouts
fewer
on the year.
in each of his last 4 starts.
2
And the
weeks
other
after
end will be
we talked
Joseph
about Joey
Walsh,
Wall
third
one
straight,
shutout.
posted his 12th win Thursday on Long
We are
Island.
ready to go. These two teams have a long history of battles.
Are loaded for bear with Austin Matthews back for the first time in 15 days. He has scored
Matthews
15
is back.
15
Matthew,
games
what's
coming
going
off
on?
injury.
Welcome in.
David Pastrnak leading the NHL.
Morgan, what's up? Wayne, welcome. Go Leafs, go. Time to drop the puck. Let's play some hockey. Who's it going to be? Leafs on the right, Bruins on the left. The good old hockey game is underway. And this fucking drop Boston going to come right in. And a little drop there for Sean. I'm scared of Matthews. He dropped the puck. Matthews takes a little bump there. And McCabe hands it around the board. Some nice. He's going to chip this one out front. Pick it up a little harder. That was, I think it was between the legs to Matthews. Matthews rolls right in. So into the corner. Out, stop it, play, gets faster than he's going to get over the line. It's off the post and rolls to the goal line, and Joseph Wall out. Good volley, Miss Molly. This bastard has come close there. Here comes Toronto back. Really Nylander with. He's going to get her over the patch already. And Ross, what's going on? Welcome in. Brooks with through to the line. Here's a long that was the spot. Holy moly, the that come close. Right off the top.
After a couple of sleepers against the New York Islanders, the last
That was frightening. Frightening. Tavares going to dump this one in. Holy moly. There we go. I just switched the microphone, so it should be better now.
You mentioned how much Pastrnak loves to shoot.
Yeah, I looked down and realized it didn't actually have my microphone setting on. It was using the the Mac. Holy smokes, Pasternak hits the goalpost and hits off the back of Wall, trickles right towards the post. Holy macaroni. That was frightening. Off the draw, it's going to come to Robertson. Robertson cycles it down low to McMahon. Bobby Mack throwing it the corner in front to Robertson, who shoots. Oh my goodness, what a glorious chance. Benoit going to roll this down to Domi. Domi playing this one back. Here's Robertson. His shot's blocked. Another shot. That one goes wide.
And Boston on it as it's played out to center ice. Brazo looking for Trent Frederick.
That was what a start.
Each of the 2 games for the Bruins in this matchup this year.
What a start. This coming around. Boston with it in the Leaf zone. There's a long shot. Wall gives up the rebound. Coming around, Boston playing it around the boards. Bobby Mack tips it to the line. It's held in here by Beecher. Ekman Larson on the far side chips it past one. Can't get it out. Another shot. Wall's going to make that stop. Ekman Larson in the corner pulls it around. He gets sandwiched here. Nice job by Beecher. Back to the line. McAvoy. His shot goes wide. Ekman Larson takes down his guy. Robertson gets it to the line, not out. This coming across. Quick shot. That's knocked down. Boston working it around inside the Leaf territory. They can't clear. Now they pick it up. Here comes McMahon. He carries this one out. Carries it to the red line. Takes a bit of a hit. And rolls it down this third line for the Maple Leafs. Gonna switch it up. Holy moly. What a hot start as both teams getting a chance early on here. Toronto going to bump his man. This coming around in the corner. Morgan Riley sending it around behind to Myers. Too far ahead for Dewar. Here's a shot right on. And Joseph Wall is going to make this save and hang on to it. Wow, hot start to this hockey game. Henry, what's going on? Welcome in. Robertson with a great chance going 5-hole, but it rolled up almost over the blocker and in, so Swayman had to be close on his. Theo Samigal, what's going on? Welcome in. And welcome in, everybody. Thank you for joining us here this evening. Off the draw. This coming back around. Leafs playing it behind their net. McCabe and Tanev getting tied up there. Matthews back on the ice. Puck is going to come. He's going to play it quickly to Nyes. Moves it to Marner. Marner, reverse pass over to Nyes. He's cutting in. Matthews going down low. He's going to go in the corner. Matthews comes away with it. And here's Matthews cycling away from Marchand. Matthews going around one. Matthews behind the net. In front to Nyes. He can't put that in. Back to the line to the high slot. Here's a shot. That one goes wide. Picked up here by Marner. Marner, pass it across. He does. McCabe score. No, did it hit the post or did it go in? They say it's in. It's a goal. Jake McCabe. Oh, what a cycle. What a play. And it's Jake McCabe that's going to come up with this one. Matthews doing a nice job keeping this one in. Made a little stick lift from Lindholm. Marner picks up the puck. McCabe gets feather the pass and he shoots high, blocker side. What a goal, Jake McCabe. One of the keys, you want your defenseman to shoot and you want him to score. And Jake McCabe comes up with one there. The Maple Leafs' 8 goals by defense is the fewest in the league this season. They got to pick it up and get that going. But a great goal there by McCabe. This is going to be pulled out by Carlo. Batted down at center ice. Tavares is going to steal. He's going to play this one into Willie. Willie, he's got a man back to Pacioretty. He hit the crossbar. Oh, is it in or not in? It looked like it went in, but it was in that area right where the post and the crossbar meet. So this is going to have to be looked at again. The horn went. Holy moly, what is going on? What a start. So this is going to be an icing call. We're going to take a look at this second goal. So McCabe from Marner and Tanev. So let's see this overhead cam. Nope, it clearly was the post. Right on that corner. Pacioretty so close. Just dings that. The way it flipped up in the air and spun looked like it hit that thread. But it did not go in. So it's 1-0 Toronto. A hot start here for the Maple Leafs. Both teams have had some chances and some funny hops. This coming around back to the point. A shot by Boston. Frederick tees one up at 84 miles an hour. And that stopped, and here comes Toronto back the other way. Nylander to Tavares. Tavares gets cut off there. Brazo doing a nice job getting it back to Frederick. He passes this one ahead. Coming through the high slot, a little stick lift. Wall is down. He's going to block it. He's going to grab the rebound, and Frederick right there. But Bobby McMahon comes in and says, keep your stick away from Mike Tendy. Len, what's going on? Welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us here this evening. Appreciate it. As you're coming in, make sure you hit those thumbs up for us. And if you're not already subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe. Will the blood flow? My blood is flowing right now. The heart is pumping. Holy moly, the beats per second is skyrocketing as it's been end-to-end action here to start this game. This is exactly what I thought we would see. Back and forth, back and forth.
Leaf goal at 3:29. McCabe from Marner.
So we got a face-off to the left of Wall. Matthews going to win that one back to McCabe. Going to cycle it over to Tanev. Tanev to Marner. Marner loses it, gets it back to McCabe. McCabe over to Matthews. Matthews going to carry this one ahead. Back to McCabe to Nyes. Nyes. He's going to shoot. Rebounders right to Matthews. But it goes up and out of play. Holy moly, what a very, very, very close play. That was unbelievable. Goes to his knees when the Leafs shoot. No goal if he stood up. Yeah, it was a nice high shot. Hey, Joan, hopefully that's a little better for you. Just about 5 minutes gone here in the first, and it was wild. Absolutely wild. Coming back and being out again for another 6. You know that he's Stefan, welcome in. And those are the kind of plays you got to make to get Boston going to bring this up far side of the ice. Around Ekman Larson, that shot is blocked, goes to the corner. Benoit goes in for a hit. Puck comes over to Domi. Domi going to carry this around in front of his own nets. Puts on the brakes. Takes a bump from Kostelic. The puck rolls out, however. Here's Bobby McMahon. Up to Domi. 2-on-1. Domi to Robertson. Pass doesn't get through. Great play by Zadarov to block that pass. This is going to be played back. Toronto dumping it right back in. Robertson putting it deep. Domi around on the near side. He's going to tip this one back. Nobody there. Kostelic is going to bring it up. He's going to send this ahead. Toronto going to regroup in their own zone. Over to Riley. Riley. Flip up to Lorentz. Steven Lorentz going to bring it in. Flipping it by one. Going in the corner against Lorei. Connor Dewar in there as well. And the Bruins passing this one up. This is going to come all the way down. Myers going all the way back to pick this one up. Myers off the boards to Riley. Riley, a long pass. Here comes Connor Dewar. He's going to get there first to beat out the icing. Great job by CD. Down around behind the net to David Kemp. He can't pick that one up. That's right, Daz. He's wearing the bubble wrap around the midsection. This coming all the way back. Tanev picking it up. Lorentz had turned away. Kemp goes far side to pick this one up. He looks ahead to center ice. Dewar is going to take a bump right in front of the Bruins bench and send this all the way down the ice. Here's Carlo taking a look. Going to start to move this ahead now. Long pass. Boston with possession cutting in. Nice play by Benoit to break it up. Nylander to Ekman Larson. He goes cross ice. Here's Tavares in over the line. Takes a bump and a cross check from Frederick. Leafs give it away. Boston now going to turn. Can't hit Brazo with the pass as Nylander strips it away. Going to give it over to Tavares. JT working it back to Benoit. They're going to switch it up. Long passes coming in, deflected down. Swayman out behind the net to slow this one up. Here's Carlo again, going to start to pass this one ahead. Boston can't get over the Leaf blue line. Nice job here by Tanev. He gets knocked down. Finally, they dump it in. Wall's going to give it over to McCabe, who bounces it off the boards over to Tanev. Watched by Marchand. He's going to play it ahead. Marner, a little one-handed flip into the corner. Matthews going in against McAvoy. McAvoy, gentle with Matthews. Almost gave it to Marner right in front of the net. Comes to the line. Tanev gets it back to Matthews. Matthews spinning away from one. Now he gives it away. Matthews going in against Zadarov. He's going to play it around to the near side of the ice. McAvoy going to get this one down. Boston playing it into the Leaf zone. Wall again out to stop it. 12 minutes to go here in the first period. This has been awesome. B. Disney, what's going on? Welcome in. Here comes Riley bringing it down. Long shot off the boards. Going around to Domi. Domi can't get it to Robertson. Now he does. He just holds it in. Plays this one down low. Long pass is coming all the way down, and no icing called, even though Joseph Wall had his arm up to signal icing. Puck going to come ahead to Robertson. Robertson dishes it up to Riley. Riley carrying it in. Robertson going to the net. Little backhand pass by Riley. That does not compute. Here comes Boston. Beecher going to dump it in as Benoit was getting up on him. And again, Wall's going to come out and play it around the boards. Riley on the near side. Riley is all over the ice right now. David Kemp going to try and keep this one in. He's going to go in the boards. Making a nice little move here are the Bruins. The Bruins going to carry it out. 3-on-3. Coyle playing it across. It's knocked down. Ekman Larson uses the glove to bat it down. The Leafs going to get it out of their zone. Connor Dewar has it in his skates. He's being pressured in front of the Leaf bench. Boston going to move it to open ice. It came free for a moment. Zaka couldn't get it. And now the Bruins dump this one in. Ekman Larson, he's watching Charlie Coyle. They're going to flip this one in the corner. Boston walking out. Sharp angle shot. And Joseph Wall going to hang on to that one. Wow. They're going to go to commercial break. It's 1-0 Toronto on a nifty little goal by Jake McCabe. It's his first of the season from Marner and Tanev, and I got to be honest with you. I could have sworn Jake McCabe had a goal earlier this season. I was very surprised to see that this was his first, because I was fairly confident that he had scored, but I guess not. A lot of hockey going on because it is Saturday night, and we love our Saturday nights for hockey. We're going to be watching the scoreboard all night long. We're going to be looking to see who's doing what, where the scores are. We're just enjoying our Saturday night of hockey. Oh, so right now, if we take a quick look, the only games with actual scores: 1-0 Wings over the Jets. Sharks beat the Devils earlier today, 3-2. The Capitals destroyed the Rangers 7-4. The Rangers just keep falling and falling and falling. They are in a whole lot of hurt right now. If you're a Ranger fan, I am sorry, because it is very, very tough. We're going to be checking out the scores all stream long. Of course, just below us, you have the ticker that is going. To let you know what you're seeing on the screen right beside me over here, we have where all the shots are coming from. X marks the spots for the shots. The dots are the goals. On the far, far end, you have who is on the ice and what their current stat lines are. And of course, just down over here, you have approximately where the puck is and where the puck is traveling, so you can get a sense of where things are going. Gordon, how's it going? Welcome in. Yeah, it certainly is. Rob, what's going on? Rangers game was rough. Yeah. Every Ranger game is rough right now. All right, they are just coming back from commercial break. We will get back in here. Chris Tanev continuing to block shots using every part of his body, including his face. Got to give him huge props for what he is doing. Chris Tanev has been a blocking machine. Giordano used to be a huge shot blocker for the Maple Leafs, but Tanev has fit into that role quite nicely. Off the draw. Boston with possession. They're going to play it in front. Misses everybody. This is going to roll all the way down the ice. Zadorov racing back. Pacioretty coming up on him. He's got to play it around. Back in the corner for Zadorov. Being watched by Pacioretty again. Can't steal it. Boston going to work it over to Coyle. Coyle taking a long look. He's going to carry it to the red line. Just dump this one in. Ekman Larson gets a stick on it, tips it to Willie, playing it over to Tavares. Tavares flipping this one down in the corner. JT going in after it. Here comes Nylander. Willie with a little bit of a slash. Boston going to pick it up. They're going to move this one ahead to Morgan Geekie. Geekie gets knocked down, almost gave it away. Some trouble there. Spaceman, what's going on? Welcome in. Eminem, good to see you. Mr. Snow, welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. Good to see you here. Make sure you're smashing that thumbs up button as you're coming in for us. This is going to be an icing call. Of course, we had a wonderful time down south. If you missed our live stream from Amarant Arena of the Florida Panther Stadium, if you're curious to see what it looks like on the inside, go check it out. We did a little walkthrough from entering the stadium, walking up the escalators over to our seats and around, so make sure to give that a check out. Happy New Year to you too, Eminem. Toronto going to work it out of their zone. Off the draw comes to Matthews. He's going to bank this one in. Down low, Swayman playing it in the corner. Marner trying to cut it off from Carlo. Can't do it. Comes to the line. Bruins going to play this one out. Long pass. Trying to get it over to Lindholm. Going in the corner. Nice hit there from McCabe. Bruins centering in front. It's loose. Wall scrambling. He manages to get back, and it's picked up by Marner. Marner going to carry this one out. Changes directions. Playing it in for Nyes. Nyes getting there, knocking this one down over to Marner. Marner can't control. Now he tries to go between the legs. And a glove save by Swayman. Wow. You stream the concessions of the $30 hot dogs. No, I think the hot dogs were only about $9. And I'll be honest, they were not very good. The double smash burger was excellent. It was a little dry, but it was very good. Had a nice taste to it. Here's a long pass. This one gets knocked down. Over the line, working in. And of course, again, I want to give a huge thank you to our good friend Julie in the Corona Club who hooked us up with some playoff towels. And of course, our Florida Panther light round, our light wand. So thank you, Julie. Appreciate it. And we had a great time there. So Joseph Wall watching the puck ping pong around, pushing to his left, pushing to his right. Both goaltenders having to be sharp, and they're going to go to another commercial break. $9 US in subpart. Yeah, Duke, $9, and it was not very, very good. It was like a 3 or 4 bite hot dog. It was fairly small, was not great. But there were a lot of good food options. They had a build-your-own taco bowl thing. That looked really, really nice. They had some chicken wraps, some stuff like that. But some of the wraps, they have a lot of stuff. They're kind of pre-wrapped. And if you don't like some of the select toppings on it, you can't take them off. Some of the places don't do substitutions, and they tell you that right up front. So that's okay. Their soft ice cream, though, phenomenal. Really, really good soft ice cream. And then, of course, popcorn. One of the things by our seats, they had a little cake area, a little dessert area, and the cakes, nobody tried them, but the cakes looked phenomenal. Don't forget the exchange. That's right, Gordon. Yeah, with that exchange rate, it's brutal. So what is that? $9 hot dog is like $15, $14 Canadian, something like that. But they do a nice job. Love the building. The vibe in the stadium was absolutely wild. Fans were loud. And of course, that's when Montreal beat them. Montreal and Dobish, his rookie game, we got to see him for the rookie lap. And of course, he shut out the Panthers 4-0. So that part wasn't fun, but it was still a great experience. Blended, I hope you're feeling well. Hope you're feeling all right. Sub-Zero here in Paisley tonight, tucked up in bed with the game on my laptop. There you go, Richard. Nice. Sounds perfect. I wish I might go over and grab my blanket and wrap myself around it. It's a little chilly in here tonight. Actually, it was really toasty earlier. I turned the heat down, but I probably need to turn it back up. But it's a little chilly. But hey, that's what happens, right? And we deal with it. All right, coming back from commercial break, 8.5 minutes to go. Toronto with a 1-0 lead. And off the draw, here comes Matty Nyes right away. He's going to carry this one down. Nyes stopping, trying to pull up and get that shot off. Can't do it. This being wrapped around. Down low in the Bruins zone, Nyes picking it up again. Tries to reverse and go the opposite way. Got stopped there. Down behind the goal line, Nyes still with it. Plays it to the point. Over to McCabe, who's your goal scorer. To Marner. He fires this one back in the corner. Nyes, let's go to Matthews. Matthews with it. He's got 2 Bruins on him. To the line, back over to McCabe. He throws it towards the net. Deflection by Nyes. Doesn't miss by much. Another shot right on, and that one is knocked down just in front. Nyes battling in front. Good job here by McAvoy to shield that puck and play it out, and we got a penalty coming up here.
Just battling for the loose puck, trying desperately.
Big battle, and it looks like we got a holding call, and it's going to be on Matthew Nyes.
He lost body position.
As Nyes fighting for this puck, just couldn't get a stick on it. As soon as you take one hand off your stick, the natural instinct is to grab or wrap your arm around, and you can't do that. So a great job here by Charlie McAvoy to not only defend that puck, but sucker Nyes into taking a penalty. So here comes the Bruins on the power play. They are 31st in the National Hockey League. Over to Marner. Marner going to flip this one all the way down the ice. It's knocked down by Mason Lohrei. Lohrei going to settle it down, and now he's going to pass this up to Coyle. Coyle into Geeky, back over to Coyle. He goes in against Myers. Myers going to kick it over to Marner. And Marner with a half slapper sends this down the ice. Bruins going to set it up again. They're going to start to move ahead. Here it comes Boston over the red line. Going to chunk this one in. Wall comes out to stop it. He's got to play it. He gets caught behind his net. Bruins kind of cut him off, but he got some help. And again, Toronto going to clear this one all the way down the ice. Yeah, that was a tough one, Gordon. That was a tough puck battle. And unfortunately, like I said, once you take that hand off your stick, when you're battling, it's just instinct to reach out and grab. Coming around to Marner. Marner waiting. He's going to flip this one up, and it's going to get knocked down. That's going to be a high stick, so we are going to get a whistle here. The Leafs must do something special this year. A parade on Yonge Street. Wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't that be great? The Arctic Air still has not made a huge end. No, not yet, Ursies. We're waiting. We're waiting. It's coming. You can feel it. 56 seconds to go in the Boston power play. So far, Toronto's doing a nice job. Off the draw, it's coming around in the Boston zone behind their net. McAvoy going to carry it up. He's going to drop this one back, and the Bruins on the fly. Going to cut this one in. Nice job cycling around. Pavel Zacha in the corner. Tanev digging it. McCabe is digging it. It's going to come free. Connor Dewar going to carry this one to the red line, and he's just going to chip this one in. 30 seconds left in the Boston power play. Toronto doing an excellent job on this penalty kill. 20 seconds to go. Here comes Pasternak. He comes in. His pass gets broken up by Benoit. Getting it to the line. They can't get it out. Second effort, and that one does.
Chasing his man back. Marchand
10 seconds to go.
gathers the puck and plays it onto the right side.
Here it comes Peak. Gonna bring this one in. Pasternak setting it around. Mr. Dodge, what's going on? Welcome in. Cannot believe what happened today. What happened, Mr. Dodge? What happened today?
Register a shot.
Wayne, how's it going? Computer seems to be going okay tonight. Down around, Swayman. Gives it away to Tavares. Tavares to the line for Riley. Riley shooting. That one goes just wide. Power play has expired. We're back at even strength, 5-on-5. This coming through. Toronto in front. Nylander can't get a stick on it. Pacioretty helping out. He's going to tip this back over to Willie. Willie going to cycle it down around. Bruins going to pick it up. They're going to rip this to the line. And Tavares keeps it in to Nylander. Nylander shoots. Oh, big blocker save. I scored with 2 seconds left in the third. Nice, Mr. Dodge. That's huge. Congrats. Big goal. Mr. Dodge with the huge goal. Boston bringing this back into the Leafs zone. Domi going to push his man into the corner. Has a stick knocked out of his hands. Boston cycling. Frederick with a shot. Wall makes the save. He's going to pounce on it and hold on. So we're going to get a whistle with about 4.5 minutes left to go here in the first period. They're going to go to another commercial break. Wow. End-to-end action. Great job back and forth. Travis, what's going on? Welcome in. It is none other than Jake McCabe. Jake McCabe putting it in. Last year, Lake Nipissing had no ice at this time today, 5 inches. Wow, Len, that's wild. That is wild. And we did have some flurries here today, but wasn't anything too exciting. But you know it's coming, right? You know it is coming. It's about time the high-priced men started playing better. Yeah, Gordon, and they are playing well. I mean, it's a good, fast-paced game, back and forth, decent shots, right? 9-8, so I'm fine with that. Groovy with those shots on net. Face-offs, Toronto's doing a really nice job. Hitting, Toronto's doing a nice job. Leafs are outplaying the Bruins right now, and in almost every statistical category. But we'll run through them all at the end of the game. Calling it now, if we go to the Stanley Cup final, last game, 67. Patch is going to win it for us. Write that down. Patch for the Stanley Cup game winner. Wouldn't that be something? Leo, how's it going? Welcome in. I'm doing all right, thank you, Leo. A little bit of a cold, a little bit of the sniffles, the post-travel sniffles, but it was just a matter of time. Everybody in my household over the last 4 weeks had it, so I thought it was going to skip me, but nope. Yesterday, I felt it when I woke up, and this morning, you could feel it in the face. But we're getting by. We're getting by. All right, coming back from commercial break. Let's go.
Actually quite understanding in a lot of situations. Very personable. Connection was a big one. A few players say the time that he took.
Yeah, that would be something. It really would. 4.5 to go. Tavares, what a season he's having. Pacioretty makes some big plays.
No, it's a pretty open book, isn't it?
Just coming around behind the net. Boston in there. It's behind Wall. Picked up by Coyle. Coyle really battling against Ekman Larson. Boston going to dig it free, but Domi, a little stick lift. He's going to come away with it. Domi and McMahon racing down. This third line has been outstanding for a couple of weeks now for the Maple Leafs. Nick Robertson finally finding his place. Domi with some nice playmaking, but Bobby McMahon has just been scoring like crazy. Yes, Travis Matthews is back in the lineup tonight. So Matthews is in here. Just coming all the way down the ice. Boston back in their own end. 3:45 to go. Carlo's going to work on it. Edward, what's going on? The Hurricanes Wild, maybe. Whoa, could be Edward. I don't know if the Canes are going to get there, but the Wild are definitely a favorite. Matty Nyes putting it over to Tavares. Long pass too far for Nylander. Swayman's going to come out to play this one around. They gave up the Preds. Yeah, the Preds, one of the biggest disappointments this season. Did you hear the Blue Jays made a contract offer to Santander? Yeah, Morgan, I've heard so many rumors about the Blue Jays, and nobody's going to sign here. The Blue Jays are in big trouble. Big trouble. Just over the line, it's going to be an offside on Boston with 3:03 left to go. You know, the Blue Jays have got themselves in a whole pickle with Vladdy Guerrero, where, you know, they're offering all this money to free agents, but then they make an offer to Vladdy, which apparently was a fraction of what he was asking for. So Blue Jays are just getting themselves in more and more trouble. They can't sign anybody, and they're ticking off the players they need to keep.
His face can look really intense.
But we'll see. We still got lots of time for baseball season to roll around. Spring training in a couple of months. Boston back in their own zone off the draw. Flip down the ice. Toronto. Tanev picking it up at the Leaf blue line to the red line, and they're going to dump this one in. Knives coming in on Zadorov. Going to turn it around, but Boston getting it right back out. Here's Jake McCabe. McCabe to the red line, going to throw it right back in. Dump and chase game now for the Leafs. This coming around, picked up here by Nyes. In the corner, cross to Benoit. He shoots. No, he passed it across. Looking for the tap in there from Tavares, and he just didn't connect. I don't think Tavares was expecting that one. Cross ice pass. Here's Benny again. He shoots. A nice save here by Swayman. And the Bruins sending it all the way down the ice. This is going to be an icing call with 2:10 left to go. And Marner is chirping somebody from the bench. Spring training starts Feb 15th. Here you go. So you got a month and a bit to go. So the pass came across, and Tavares just misses it. He had his stick kind of knocked away, and by the time he repositioned his stick and swung, it was a swing and a miss. Onyx, what's going on, buddy? Welcome in. This down Toronto as Boston kind of trapped on the ice for about a minute 15 here. Riley putting it across, working it down. Boston is almost standing still as the pass misses Pacioretty, rolls up on Swayman, and he's going to cover it with 1:50 to go here in the first period. And again, it's been mostly Maple Leafs. They've been doing a fine, fine job. If you're just coming in and joining us, welcome. Make sure you tap that thumbs up for us. Hit that like button. And if you're not already subscribed, hit that subscribe button for us. And make sure you turn on the notification bell. Off the draw. Boston going to rotate it behind their net. Here they come on the move. Taken away, Toronto tries to dump it right back in. And Boston intercepted, sent it down the ice. Here's Tavares with it. Tavares got by one, but Boston started to come in and throwing some weight around. Here's Nylander backing it out to Riley. Riley up to Pacioretty. He's going to just tip this one down in the corner. Holy moly. Yeah, Travis, I've heard a lot about it. I mean, something's going on with JT Miller. I don't know what's going on with him, but I would be shocked if Vancouver does it straight up. But listen, a JT Miller type player, it's going to cost you something, and we know the Leafs had interest in the past. Last minute of play in this period. Cross ice, setting it up. Would like to sleep? Welcome in. Yeah, it has been. Quick shot. That one gets knocked down. Lorentz, he's going to backhand this one up. Dewar going to chase. Continuing to chase. Boston around behind their own net. All right, good night, dude. Here come the Bruins. Cross ice pass in the corner, trying to get something going in the last 25 seconds here. Down to the point. Boston swinging it around. Can't hold on to it is Geeky. And the Leafs, McCabe going to flip this down. Robertson giving chase. Robertson going to get there, and he gets leaned on by Charlie McAvoy. McAvoy made a nice play. McMahon coming up with the puck. Robertson throwing a hit. Frederick picks up the loose puck. Going to play it across with 3 seconds to go. And this period comes to an end as the horn is going to go. And we are done one, and the Leafs with a 1-0 lead. Krista, how's it going? Welcome in. Let's go to the intermission. Break it all down. There we go. Let's get it all organized, all set up. Oh, look at all of our. Let's get this organized. Get the Zambonis. There we go. All right. Reload. We are set. What a first period. Lots of action back and forth, and it was really exciting. Let me change this camera as well. Had to change everything for when we were away. There we go. That's much better. All right, let's take a look at these stats. Shots on net, 11 for the Maple Leafs, 9 for the Bruins. 11-9 are also the hits. Face-offs dead even at 50-50. Boston 0 for 1 on the penalty. Toronto did not get an opportunity. 4 giveaways for the Leafs, 5 for the Bruins. I'm okay with 4 giveaways. 3-2 the takeaways, 2-2 the blocked shots. Your one and only goal was Jake McCabe from Marner and Chris Tanev. But boy, oh boy, it was close. Aaron, what's going on? Welcome in. Finland won? Are you kidding? Oh my goodness. Finland really pulled out the victory? I'm shocked. I was not expecting that. Yes, they did. Finland 4-3. They're on to the final tomorrow. Right now, the United States is up 1-0 over Czechia. Of course, Czechia, eliminated Canada just the other night. Oh my goodness. Sam, I went to a party catered by your favorite restaurant and picked up $300 worth of goodies on the way. Oh, Onyx. Nice. Very nice. That's awesome. Dan, what's going on? Welcome in. Finland, I can't believe it. Brian, what's going on? Good for Finland. I mean, that's an upset. Sweden gets upset by the Finns. So it's going to be Finns. I assume it's going to be the U.S. who's going to win, but we will find out. Now, I did want to spend a moment and just talk about what happened with Canada. You know, we were hanging out. We called a couple of the games, and you know, it was tough, right? It was tough to watch Canada. Just their strategy wasn't there. Their puck moving wasn't great. Their shooting wasn't great. They couldn't find a way to score. And I gotta say, the way social media has reacted to this Canadian team loss has had me really disappointed. There's some prominent figures in media land. Hey, Mega, what's going on? There are some prominent figures in media land who came out and really just ripped apart some of these kids. And you know, they're just that these are kids, right? 17, 18, 19 years old. Um and I feel for Easton Cowan. Yes, Easton Cowan did not perform up to what we expected for him based off what he was doing with the London Knights. But it is just absolutely insane how people are calling for his head. How guys like Sid Seixeiro, who said, man, I think you're fantastic. But Sid Seixeiro, who comes out and he says, the Leafs should not consider Easton Cowan an untouchable. They should move him. Like, all these people starting to change their opinions of this kid because he didn't have a great tournament. I mean, there was so much pressure on them. They were out-coached every game. Their executives were not good. And I really feel for these kids. Now, there are a lot of people who will say, well, Canada overlooked some of the top talent. They didn't have their top talent there. Again, that's the fault of the executives who put this team together. It's not the fault of the players. I don't blame the players. And as a coach, to come out and say, well, these were exhausted kids. These kids are used to playing in short-term tournaments like this. These kids are used to playing, a couple of games in a row and having a night off. I don't buy the exhaustion thing. Kirk, what's going on? Welcome in. So it's disappointing, very disappointing how a lot of the media folks and personnel and a lot of people on social media have turned their backs on these kids. And it's just not great at all to see. So I'm very disappointed. Listen, yes, would I have loved to see Canada move on? 100%. But it is what it is. We talked through some of the games that all these hockey nations are so much better than they have been in the past. And Canada didn't have a dominant lineup. So let's not harp on these kids too much, right? Now, if this is the Olympics and these are the NHL players, NHL caliber players playing in the Olympics, and they get eliminated in the semifinals, then we can be frustrated and we can be mad at them. But let's not get mad at these kids who are trying their darndest, right? They get thrown together, they get a couple of weeks to practice, and getting the country to turn their backs on them is just terrible. You gotta bring your A game when you play for a country. Yeah, you do, Len. You do have to bring your A game, but a part of that is coaching. A part of that is strategies. Now, we have no idea what they were being told to do. For all we know, they executed a lot of what they were being told to do. They just couldn't score. So it was kind of bad. They didn't practice. That was dumb. You're being hard on seasoned adults is one thing, but kids, exactly. Let them play. And Canada's hosting this tournament. We need to set an example. We do. But again, it starts at the top, right? It starts at the top, and we saw from the beginning, from game one, they weren't playing the type of Canadian hockey we expected. Jason, what's going on? Welcome in. Happy New Year to you as well. Yeah, kids going to the NHL. PJ, what's going on? They'll grow up, they'll develop, they'll get bigger, stronger. It's funny. would have noticed over the last couple of years. Was it last year or was it 2 years ago now? Memory is bonkers. When we had the canceled World Juniors, I think it was last year. We were lucky to have two, right? We had the one in August and the makeup one in August, and then we had the one in December. And it was interesting because the team was almost the same. You had a lot of really big firepower, including Connor Bedard, and we watched these teams play. So I guess it was 2 years ago, and we were like, yes, these guys are great, they're fantastic, blah 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 blah. Now most of those players are in the NHL, and you never really hear from them. You never really see them. Most of them didn't make their NHL clubs. They're playing in the AHL or still with the minor league teams. Like, these are, again, 17, 18, 19-year-old kids who are just finding their way. So we can be upset. We can be depressed and say, shame, we didn't win. Shame, they didn't do what they should have done. But we'll blame it on the executives. Their coaching tactics, their strategy tactics, and how they built the team. I think that's where we need to be frustrated, not particularly at the kids. Speaking of Easton Cowan directly, look what he's doing with the London Knights, right? Look at how he's absolutely dominating in that league. It is spectacular. So for people to come out and say he has no talent, he's washed up already, just crazy. And I do want to say, there was some frustrating calls. There were a couple of kneeing calls, and we're seeing this more and more where guys are leaving their legs wide open, and guy is running in where their knee kind of doesn't catch them knee on knee, but it kind of catches the inside of their leg. We saw this with Kucherov, where Kucherov kind of went straight up on Matt Tkachuk a couple of games ago. And he got, I believe he got tossed from the game. Or no, did he even get a penalty? I don't even remember what the call was. But there was no disciplinary action, no suspension, no nothing. And it's the same hit that we saw these Canadians do where they catch a guy on the inside. And I don't like the call. They call it kneeing when you watch it, and I get it in fast motion, but when you slow it down, it looked like clean hits. It was just unfortunate. Sam should have been the coach for Team Canada. Onyx, no chance. No chance. Bad coaching management. Temperature check. 34-1. What do you mean, PJ? What do you mean 34-1? Canada's coach didn't know how to help those kids. No, he didn't. You're right, he didn't. And you need to have somebody in there that can really work with that group. And it's not easy. It's not easy. If you've ever coached at any level of hockey, whether it's house league to rep to pro, it's really hard, right? Especially 34 Fahrenheit. Thank you, PJ. 1 Celsius. Yeah, it's about, I think it's -2 or 3 or 4 here now. So we're pretty close. Yeah, they're young, but these guys are athletes. You could not. Yeah, lots of penalties, and that ultimately was their downfall, right? Tons and tons and tons of penalties. And I think it's a case of, you're used to playing a certain style, and you play in the international game, and a lot of the little slashes and the hooks and things you'd get away with in minor hockey, they're all being called. Now, some of them were really weak calls, but the fact that Canada had more penalties than all like half the teams combined was crazy. But you got to be more disciplined than that. Yeah, you have to be more disciplined. And part of it is, for whatever reason, you're getting yourself caught at a position and you're trying to make a play, which ends up getting penalized. And it just wasn't good. Wasn't good at all. Hopefully, the finals tomorrow is going to be a good, exciting game. And this will be put behind us, and we'll look forward to next year. But a lot of these kids are going to make their way up into the national ranks, and we'll have to see how they do develop. And, of course, our international flavor for this year is not done yet. We are going to get another kick at the can as Canada U.S., Finland, Sweden, all coming together for the First Nations Cup tournament in just a couple of weeks in February. We're going to get the First Nations going on. And that begs the question about Austin Matthews. Austin Matthews, who, of course, has been injured. He's actually looking okay here tonight. He seems to be moving okay. He's skating well. Should he play? Should he play for Team USA? The fact that he's back now, I'm fairly certain he is going to play. But wouldn't that be something, right? Matthews goes and plays and suffers another injury. How bad would that be? I would like Matthews to skip it personally. Could that be why he's rushing back now to get a bunch of games in January in and see how he feels and then make that decision? But I'd prefer he doesn't play in February. 18 to 32, you got it. That's right, Len. 18 to 32, prime years, depending on the athlete. 33 is a maybe. But you got to take advantage. 18, I think 18 is a little low. 32 is definitely the upper level. I would probably say, your NHL player, really 22, 23 is where you're really going to see him blossom. Not very many people at 18, 19, 20 years old are going to step in and play a major role. So I wouldn't say that's their prime year. But yeah, I kind of think that 23, 22, 23, that's where you're really going to start to see some accelerating. Don't forget, guys at 18, 19, they're still growing. They're still growing. They're still developing. They're getting bigger muscle-wise. They're obviously not really getting height-wise. But when they come in those first couple of years, they're going to put on the weight. They're going to learn to play in this game. It's a big jump from, the AHL to the NHL, or a minor league system or college system to the NHL. NHL game is a lot faster, a lot harder. It's the exact reason I hate hockey, watching the Leafs all my life. Matthew should skip and focus on getting better. Exactly. Skip it, sit it out, and then just get ready for playoffs. I would be so mad if Matthews goes in and plays, and all of a sudden, a couple of games after, he says, "Oh, I've re-aggravated my injury again. I have to sit it." Don't understand the NHL stopping the NHL season for a 14 tournament. Yeah, Leo, to be honest, I think it's kind of this is what it's going to be like when the Olympics come next year. So we want to kind of give this type of schedule a test run. If you'll notice, there's a lot of back-to-backs. We got one here today and tomorrow. Leafs playing 2 in a row. A lot of back-to-backs this season. So I think this is almost a test run for scheduling. Gary Bettman said in an interview that, they didn't get their act together fast enough to set up a World Cup. So they wanted to create this tournament instead as a way of getting that international flavor out, which could be partly true, but I'm fairly certain this is a scheduling trial run for the Olympics season next year. Mike, what's going on? Wazowski in the house. How's it going, Mike? From Orlando. We didn't get down to Orlando this year. Maybe next year. There's always next year. But we'll be back there soon enough. And gosh, our Orlando streak came to an end. But that's okay. I love your movies, Onyx. That's awesome. That is funny. And of course, one of the other things, gosh, how did I forget? It completely shook my mind. The Winter Classic this year. Did you guys watch? Did anybody watch? They moved it from New Year's Day to New Year's Eve, which I'm not a fan of. For me, New Year's Day, it was always my tradition. We would sleep in, we'd wake up, we'd have our brunch, we'd come back and kind of get set for the outdoor Winter Classic. This year being on New Year's Day just didn't feel right to me. From the streams I saw, MK was Dallas, it looked packed. Fred, what's going on? Welcome in. Yeah, nice to have him back for sure. They did look really packed. They used to play in the Olympics, or has Batman forgot? Yeah. Well, they missed the one Olympics. I think, was it the last Olympics they didn't play in? So this is the first time they're going back. Or maybe it was 2 Olympics ago they didn't play. I can't remember anymore. But yeah, I wasn't a fan. I mean, I enjoyed the Winter Classic. St. Louis really really did a great job. I think they anticipated Chicago would have been a better team when they kind of scheduled this Winter Classic. So it's not very often you see a team that's not particularly doing well, but they did a nice job. They put on a nice performance. Smashing Pumpkins performed, which was cool. Always nice to see Smashing Pumpkins, but really not a fan of the the New Year's Eve game. Keep it on New Year's Day. They said this was one of the worst ratings for Winter Classic. And again, you have St. Louis and Chicago, who two teams not a lot of people care for, and you have on New Year's Eve where a lot of people, and at 5 o'clock, so a lot of people are already making their way out to early dinners or parties or whatnot. So it's just poor scheduling. I like to see it stay on New Year's Day. One of the Classic Anano several years ago, it was one night we froze our butts. Yeah, Dan, I had some family that went to the one in Detroit at the Big House, and my goodness, they said it was beyond cold. When I play Olympic hockey during the summer, they could work out the details and have a 4-year international all-stars tournament. Hey, PJ, I like that. I mean, I don't think they could do the hockey one, but I like that. All right, let's get set. Second period action coming right up. Let's get things back, ready to rock and roll. Toronto with a 1-0 lead. Here we go, period number 2. Thanks for sticking around at intermission. Let's go. But yeah, PJ, I would love to see every summer an international tournament, but it does add a lot of hockey because you're asking these guys who pretty much play from, when does camp open? September? As Boston walks in over the line, Pasternak's going to get pushed down in the offside. You know, what do they start? End of September, beginning of October, depending on the year. And it really goes to June. So you got July and August off. And if you're a team that goes deep in the playoffs, I don't know if you're going to want your players playing an international tournament over the summer. But I think definitely need something like that. Even if it's not all the top stars, I think it would be pretty cool. Rebecca, how's it going? Welcome in. A bit early. I lost my grandma. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Wishing you all the best, Rebecca. All right. Grab a little drink here. So we're getting into period number 2.
At plus 20 in the middle freight. And the key here is not giving up leads. You mentioned the scoring first best in the National Hockey League. They're also tied for the best with only giving up 3 leads.
They'll face off in the Maple Leaf zone here.
How you want to be as a playoff team, that's something in the mind of that.
Off the draw, Bruins going to win it, but Matty Knives cutting right through, is able to break it up. And look out, Matthews forgot the puck. Here comes Marchand. Little backhand wall makes the save. Tanev is going to bat this one down. Thrown back through. McCabe going to pick it up. He's in the corner. Cycling around. Here's Tanev. Tanev's going to carry this one up on his heels. Going to slide this back across, dumping it in. Pacioretty going hard. McAvoy is there. A little stick lift. Boston getting it to the line. Pass up to Zacha. Zacha tried to split through Tavares and knocks it off his stick. It's going to come back to Pacioretty. Patch is back with Myers. Long pass up the middle to Tavares, up to Nylander. He's going to flip it in. JT going hard into the corner. Dropped his stick as he took a swipe at it. Zacha going to move this across. Here comes Boston. Boston moving up through cross-ice pass. They don't get the shot off. They play back. It's going to miss everybody. Nylander racing for it. Swayman comes out. He's going to whip it around. Comes to Coyle, who dumps this one in. Again, dump and chase game is strong here to start the second frame. Max Domi going to pick it up. He's going to move it ahead. Battling here by the center ice line. Comes free, and here's Benoit. He's going to dump this one into the corner. Nick Robertson flying in, cutting around the net. Just going to be moved ahead, and here's Boston. Playing it over to Frederick, getting by McCabe. McCabe stops and throws him to the ice. He's going to pick it up. His pass comes to Domi. Behind the back to Robertson, who carries this one in. Robertson throwing it into the corner around for Domi. Domi can't catch up to it. Boston going to carry it out, but it's turned over. Domi intercepted it, leaves it here for Tanev. Tanev going to play this one back, and Toronto's going to regroup. Good puck movement here, good speed. This coming down into the corner. Nice little hit by Lorentz on Lohrei. He went down on one knee. Connor Dewar coming up there as well. Lohrei going to play it up. Boston through the middle, turning it over. Toronto kind of knocked it down and went right to Lohrei, though. He's going to bring it right back in. Little toe drag. Riley's going to block that shot. Left here for David Kemp. Cycles it back for Myers. Comes to Lorentz. Lorentz misses Myers with the pass. Now it's going to come back over to Riley. Riley. Long pass. They're going to move this one across. Connor Dewar is going to flip this one up real high into the corner. Stays in, and he follows it up with a hit. In the Boston zone, Bruins going to move it ahead. Here come the Bruins. McAvoy cutting through the middle. He's being watched and tripped up there from behind by David Kampf. A little swipe at it with the glove was McCabe as he had lost his stick. Boston behind the net going to play this one across. Back to the lines of Zadorov. Getting it set. A shot. Big rebound was there. Gobbled up by Tanev as Boston had a wide open net. Here comes Marner. Marner going to flip this one through. Hey, Jonathan, what's going on? Welcome in. Here's a long shot with a deflection. They score out of nowhere, and it's Matty Nyes. The Maple Leafs find the back of the net, and it's Matty Nyes with the deflection. Unbelievable as Boston came close. It's broken up by the Toronto defense. They come right back the other way. Johnny Half, welcome in. A nice shot in a deflection as Nyes reaches behind him. Just got a piece of it and deflects it up and over the glove of Swayman. Hello, Lori. Good evening. Good to see you. Matthew Nyes. Wow. 2-0 Maple Leafs. There you go. That's right, Jonathan. You brought the goals with you. That was huge. Right in front, Boston scores. Unbelievable. 12 seconds later. Oh my goodness. Morgan Geekie gonna put this one in out of nowhere. Wall thought he had it. It was stolen. Played behind him, so it hit him. It was sitting right there in front. It squirts over to Geekie, and he puts it in. We talk about rebound control being a struggle for Joseph Wall, and that one's a kick to the groin. So just about 20 seconds after Matty Nyes scored, which, by the way, Austin Matthews got the assist. Matthew Nyes, that was huge. Absolutely huge. By the way, if you're looking for a travel agent, if you're looking to do some traveling for March break, spring break, winter break, check out D's Destinations on Instagram, D's_Destinations_. Make sure you have that underscore at the end. Check out her Instagram, reach out to her, and she will book you wherever you want to go. You want to go on a cruise, an all-inclusive Disney Universal, just ask. She'll find you the best flight deals, get you set up with the best hotels. Here comes Toronto back in. Robertson with it. He's going to pass this across. Gets tied up there. Bruins going to work this one out. Trying to get around. Brazo doing a nice job, and Myers going to stand him up. Good night, Alan. Take care. This coming through. A big battle going on. This coming back to the line. Lohrei, long shot deflected, and Wall got a piece of it. Back to the line. This is being chipped out. Boston starting to pick up the pace, but here comes McMahon. His long shot. Swayman makes the save, and it gobbles into the corner. Bruins going to work this one out. Going to chip this one back into the Leaf corner. Tanev going in here. Brazo coming up on Tanev. Working it over to Marner. Here's Marner dropping it back to Matthews. Matthews, cross ice, nice, a long shot. That one is knocked back out. Sitting in the high slot, Bruins going to drop this one back. Geeky's 9th goal of the season by Pavel Zacha, picking up the assist. And I think Coyle going to get an assist as well. It's going to squirt back out in front of Wall, and Wall going to hang on to that one. Wow. Fast pace, and it's been back and forth action. Leafs and Bruins exchange goals just 12 seconds apart. Unbelievable. Shots are equal, face-off percentage is equal, hits are almost equal. What a game. Bruins going to get waved out of the draw.
And a face-off in the Toronto zone.
This one going into the corner. Toronto won it. Boston cut through, went to get the puck. This coming around to Benoit. Benoit on the move.
Up ahead off the stick of Marchand.
Long dumping. This going in the corner. Kicking it around. Here comes Boston. Boston going to throw this one in. Wall going to rotate it around. Chipped out. Benoit can't get it out. Boston doing a nice job holding it in. Over to Ekman Larson. Ekman Larson taking a look. Going to play this one up to Matthews. Matthews cycling back down low. Over to Marner. Marner back to Ekman Larson as they have to create some space. Now get a move on it. Taking a look. Boston, a long pass. Here come the Bruins cutting in, and David Kemp on the back check. This dumped right back in the Leafs zone. Leafs kind of slowed up here in this period. Boston is upping the intensity. Toronto's got to match it. The Go Leafs Go chants are starting. David Kemp up on his man. Boston carrying it around. Benoit, nice little poke check. Geeky back to the line. Cross ice pass. Here's a long dump. Comes right to David Kemp. He's going to take this one. They're going to move it up. A long pass is going to hit Lorentz. He has it in his skates, can't control it. And the Bruins going to turn and come right back, but they can't control it. Pass of their own. They're going to dump this one in now. Joseph Wall going to stop it. To see Ice Dogs play. Nice, Lucas. Sounds like fun. Here come the Bruins. Frederick cutting through. Taken down. They're going to move this back. Boston setting it up. Working its way this dump down in the corner. McCabe back with it. Throwing it over to Tanev. Tanev passing it up. It's tipped down into the Bruins zone. Boston coming back. There's a nice little hit. Tavares can't grab it. Boston back the other way. Bruins with speed going to flip this one in the corner. They're racing down. Those are my Christmas gifts from nice. Picked up. Here's a sharp angle shot. That's going to miss. Comes to the line on the other side. Zadorov keeping this one in. Going to cycle it in there. This coming to the line. Tavares battling with it. Trying to hang on to it. Tavares really struggling. Now he's going to play it back to Riley. Riley going across ice back to Tavares. He's going to dump this one in. Here comes the Leaf forecheck. Bobby McMahon coming in. He kind of dumped his man. Comes up with the puck. Plays it to the line. Tanev cross ice. Here's his shot pass. Back to Bobby McMahon. McMahon to the line for Tanev. To McMahon with a shot. It drops in front. Leafs can't gobble it up. Good pressure here again from the third line. Nick Robertson trying to get up there with a hit, and he's shaking off. This one comes all the way down the ice, and this should be an icing call against Boston. So icing against the Bruins. So face-off coming up down in the Boston zone.
At the end of a long forechecking shift, gets this one back high, sees that he's got Robertson there, but Swayman moved about 2 feet in front, and as a tipper, you're trying to find it and get through. Look at the blocker, right almost up against the wood, or I guess not wood.
12 goals this season for Bobby McMahon. 6 of those 12 has come in the first period, which is awesome. All right, if you haven't hit that thumbs up yet, make sure you hit that like button. We need 10 more likes. Matthew's shot is right on, 11:33 to go.
So the teams trade goals a dozen seconds apart.
So they're going to go to commercial break. A nice pace, fast pace. And it has been absolutely wild. But Boston bringing the pressure right now. 5 shots apiece here in this second period. Leafs just have a slight advantage now, face-offs as well. Bruins have taken the lead in the hit department. Still no penalties against Boston in this game, however. Toronto with only 1, so they're letting a lot go. And there hasn't been much. There hasn't been much that you're watching and it makes you go, wow, that's a missed call. It's been pretty good, pretty clean for the most part. There's probably some little things, but for the most part, it has been fine. I want to see my grandpa for Christmas last year gave me. I'm gonna save it. There you go, Lucas. That's right. Save it till you need it. Absolutely. But this has been a good game, right? Fast paced, lots of action. They're at commercial break right now, and it is exactly what we like to see. Can Toronto, though, weather the storm as the Bruins are certainly picking up that pace, and they are bringing the heat. They gotta find a way of just slowing it down just a little bit, right? Just a little bit. Now, as a reminder, a lot of you already know, but in case you're brand new, you're earning points simply by being here and hanging out with us. You can check your points at any time by doing !points in the chat. That'll tell you how many points you have earned, and then you can redeem them to bring Leafs or Bruins graphics up on the screen. All right, coming back from commercial break.
At his best, he has been quite the front man for
and
the Leafs.
I'm just going to step away for a quick moment.
In front of the net. Craig Berube said, as Craig mentioned, hasn't seen as much of it since coming back from his injury. Nyes even admitted it's something he's gotten away from the last while, but went to the front here earlier this period, and a chart-topping play to continue to keep the Leafs lead, Chris.
Likes playing the Bruins. He has scored in each game of the regular season. Remember,
all right, here we go. Hockey time. Let's drop the puck. Face off in the Boston zone.
A couple of goals in that playoff series last spring.
Off the drop. Bruins going to win this one. Bringing it back around. Here comes Boston, carrying it, hitting that red line. Over into the Leaf blue line. Here's a shot, fanned on it. Myers made it, got a piece.
Comes up with it once again.
Bruins still cycling to the line. Here's a shot, that one's going wide. Boston cycling it around. Toronto starting to scramble a little bit. Missed pass, Myers going to go. He's going to play it up. Here comes Nylander. He's going to send it over for Tavares. They stay, excuse me. I can't see who's on that far side. Now it comes over to Tavares. It was Pacioretty. Had to stay on side. John Tavares in front of the net. Shot goes around behind. Little bump by Tavares behind the net. Hanging in. Pacioretty is going to grab it. He's going to turn and dump this one in. Bruins going to come back around. Here comes Boston, carrying this one up. Going to roll this one down in the corner. Flipping it over. Tanev. Long pass all the way down. Here comes Nyes. Nyes. Curling. Nyes. What a move. Shooting. Great save by Swayman. This to the line. Matthews going to keep this one in. Huge shot by Matty Nyes. Here's Boston. Long pass. That's going to be knocked down in the corner. Rice right on Wall. Wall going to play it ahead. Over to Matthews. Matthews, he's going to carry this one up. Over the line. Here's Marner. Marner, little backhand to Matthews. He fans on the shot. Matthews to Ekman Larson. Cross ice, a long shot. That one's going to get knocked down in front. Matthews going in the corner. Sending it around to Marner. Marner taking a bump, but keeps going. Marner and Matthews run into each other. Between the legs to Nyes. Nyes tried to feed it to Ekman Larson. Can't get it. Boston trying to come out, but the puck bouncing all over the place. Ekman Larson going to chip this one back at the center ice zone. 9.5 minutes to go. Just about 9.5 minutes. Here's a long pass all the way up. Benoit chasing it down. Wall's going to get the stick out, steer it into the corner. Wallstrom going to pick this puck up. He's going to turn and throw it towards the front. It's there. And Benoit going to play it into the corner. This can be flipped up. Here comes David Kemp. Kemp going to chuck this one in.
Past the midway mark of the second period. And Lorentz down to
good job. Here's Lorentz with a shot. Back to Riley. Riley playing this one up. Sliding it in the slot. A shot by Lorentz is going to be deflected up and out of play. Oh, stays in. I thought that was going out. But it stays in there. Back the other way are the Bruins. Riley up on his man. David Kemp coming in to help out. They played around behind the net. Myers grabs this loose puck. Myers going to put it off the boards. And that is actually going to end up at a play. So with 8:45 to go, we're going to get a neutral zone faceoff coming up, I believe. But Matty Knives with a great move, a huge dangle on Lohrei. Lohrei goes down as he's caught at a play. And they're going to go to another commercial break. Morgan Geeky and Matthew Knives exchanging goals about 12 seconds apart to make it 2-1 Toronto. But both goaltenders are playing very, very well right now. The Bruins definitely picking up the intensity, and Toronto is just hanging on. All right, Beverly says, let's get a wave going on. Let's get that wave going. I'll count it down. 3, 2, 1. Hey, get those wave hands going. Get those wave arms up. Let's see all the hands coming in as we're getting our virtual wave kicking off in our virtual stadium. Welcoming everybody. Good evening to you. Happy Saturday night. It's the best night for hockey. Oof, this has been a brutal game. Lucas is saying, I need the coffee. Get that coffee going. Halfway through this hockey game, and it has not been a disappointment. It has been a lot of fun. Taking a look. Wow, Czechia now tied with the U.S. 1-1. That's a bit of a surprise. Didn't see that one coming. 1-1 U.S. in Czechia. End of period number 1. Wow. Could they upset the U.S. as well? Wouldn't that be something wild? That would be something wild. It would be something crazy if that actually happened. I would be floored. All right, they're just coming back from commercial break.
This was a matchup that would ensure the Leafs wouldn't take
Sorry, give me 1 second here.
Yeah, you often see, the best player comes back into your lineup and everyone's sort of exhausted a little bit. Okay, maybe we don't have to play as hard. You don't have to be in details as much. But whenever you play Boston, you've got that intensity in the game, and you saw it right from the get-go. And so I do think that the time is right. Obviously, it came down to him feeling comfortable enough to feel that he was healed enough to play.
Sorry, one
not
moment.
have to worry about maintenance throughout the game. I think he's looked sharp. You know there's going to be a little bit of rust, but I think the more important thing is the entire team knows to play Boston, you got to be ready to go. And I think everybody has had that intensity from the beginning.
Been an interesting night.
All right, there it is. The hand's still coming. The hand's still flying. We love it. We appreciate it. Thank you all so much.
November the 16th.
Let's go. Go Leafs, go.
Playoff feel as well, and yeah, so is this one.
Yeah, there's certain ones.
Face off in the Leaf zone.
This should be a real good battle, and this one's been won. There's a penalty, I thought.
Back to the line, Toronto McMahon. He's going to kick this one out. Boston's got to back it up. Here's a pass ahead, going to be tipped in. Goes around behind the net. McMahon, he has to come up. He gets tripped up. No call. Bobby Mack setting it for Domi. Domi going in the corner. Domi grabbing it. He's getting tied up here. Domi and Zadorov giving each other some wax. Bobby Mack in there trying to figure it out. It's going to go into the far side. Long pass up. Riley can't get it. Wall comes out. He's going to stop it. Now he's going to play it to Riley, up to Robertson. Giving it to Bobby McMahon. Nifty move. Over to Big Myers. Myers carrying this one up. He's going to cycle around behind the net. What confidence from the youngster to Domi. A weak pass. Can't get it to Robertson. Domi didn't really get much on it. And here comes Marchand. Marchand carrying this one up. This is really the first time we've noticed him all night. To Pasternak, and he gets caught from behind. Fans on the shot. Just getting flipped. Tavares trying to play it down. Cameraman, find the puck. Look at that. The Boston player is holding John Tavares' stick. Tavares is holding his stick in the air. The Boston player's glove is on the stick, holding it, and no call. Toronto got called for the hold earlier. Now apparently it's okay. This coming around. Tavares over the line, going to flip it for Pacioretty. It's going to fall to the corner. Patch putting this down in the corner. How can the Ratty FC hold this down? This coming in the corner. Nice, can't get there. Nice little move. Here comes Boston. Again, caught from behind. Matthews, a little stick lift. So many of those little stick lifts. Nice little move. Boston cycling it around again. Working it in front. It's going to go just wide. Boston seems to be running everywhere with this puck. Toronto going to kick it out. Here's Matty Nyes carrying it ahead, putting it past the defender. He's racing against Zadorov. He's going to pick it up. Can't shovel it in the corner. Matthews comes over to take it away. Matthews still with it. He turns the other way. Matthews off the boards to the line. Cross ice for Myers. Myers fans on the shot. Oh, that's going to kind of kill that play. McAvoy trying to bring it up. Stolen. Here's a Nyes in front. Rebound Matthews, and O'Reilly fans on the shot. My goodness. So many guys just whiffing right now on the puck. Here comes over the line. Here's a shot by Matthews and over the shoulder. Nyes has it taken away. Here comes Boston turning the corner, cutting it on Wall, and the shot's going to go wide. This coming to the line. Bruins holding it in. 5:45 to go here in the first period. Or second period, excuse me. Here's another shot, hits Wall in the mask. The helmet comes off. There's some pushing and shoving. Brazeau in the corner as Marner Frederick getting in there as well. As the shot kind of hit Wall in the mask and the straps popped off, and then Wall had to use his mitt to kind of push his helmet off. But they struggled to get it out, and Boston comes away with a very good chances. Chances actually at both ends of the ice as players are getting, great opportunities to rip this one. They're going to go to another commercial break. Holy commercial breaks, Batman. If you haven't hit that like, we are 6 likes away. Hit that thumbs up for us. We appreciate it. And if you are not already subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button for us. We'd love for you to hang out more and more for the rest of the season. And if you happen to know anyone that's a hockey fan, tell them to come check us out and give us a watch and a subscribe. We would appreciate it. Lots going on. We are on all socials, by the way. If you're on Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, we are on them all. You can find us there. Or go to our website, samwelb12experience.com/social, and you can click over to all of our social media. If you're looking to help support the channel, there's so many different ways to do so. Here on YouTube, simply by hitting a super chat, joining with a membership, 2 great ways to do it. Our PayPal is pinned up top in the message if you want to send us a PayPal, and we have our Patreon as well. So lots of different ways you can be a part of the community for whatever suits you the best. Dan, thank you so much for hitting that subscribe. Much appreciated. And thank you. Thank you very much. 1 sub at a time, and we will continue to climb and continue to grow. Your gift arrived. Oh, Lala, what was it? What was it? I'm excited to hear. What was your gift? And they're on their way back from commercial break. Let's see what it's going to be. How is this period going to come to a close?
Tuesday at 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific on Sportsnet. Chris?
Well, Joe Sacco going back with Pasternak with Geeky and Zaka again.
He gave some points. Nice. Sharing is caring.
Still not a whole lot of offense happening.
5.5 minutes to go here in the second period. Ah, nice, Dan. Isn't the dueling so much fun? I love it. Just coming around, Pacioretty trying to get it out. Can't. Bruins going to hold this one in. Over around the other side, Tanev going to send it around the boards. Here comes Tavares. He's going to be the recipient of the pass. He cuts towards the middle, takes a bump. Got knocked off the puck. This coming to the line. Patch takes a swing and he misses. Tavares chips it over to Pacioretty. He comes back trying to get it to Nylander. Nylander along the boards, down low for Pacioretty. Patch is cycling around. He turns, shoots. Tavares looking for the tip, and it's knocked down in front. Oh, come on. They're going to call a trip on Nylander. Oh, I don't know about this one.
William Nylander's going to get the gate.
So you let the holding go. You let the cross checks go. Another penalty here, and it's going to be William Nylander who goes to the box.
Pacioretty gets the quick turnaround. Now the rebound's right out there. And that skate on skate. Yeah, Lori tried to stop.
So Lori was turning around.
Now in that turnout, just the toe of his left.
I don't know about this one. Commentators are trying to justify the call. I don't know about that one. I'd have to get a closer look at it. Never gets it. Never at all, Rich. So 2 minutes on the power play clock for the Bruins. Their second power play of the night. The Leafs have not had a power play opportunity as of yet. I don't know about that one. Stefan, hello again. Let's get Boston in the box. For such a dirty team, how they're not getting calls, I don't understand. And now we're going to get a call. You ask and you shall receive. Looks like something else is being called here. So Lindholm, the little stick lift. And when you miss, often what happens is the stick goes up and it catches Jake McCabe on the visor. So Lindholm is going to go to the box. So we're going to get 4-on-4 hockey for a minute and 40 seconds, and then Toronto will get a 20-second power play.
That little soft dump in with a hang time is not typically something you want to be doing on your power play, and the end result is
so 4-on-4.
So that ends, it's 20 seconds.
Lots of ice out there for some of these playmakers to move around.
We'll see 4-on-4 for the first time tonight. And the Leafs will go with Matthews and Marner, Ekman Larson, and Riley. Marchand on the ice.
Waiting for the draw.
For Boston.
There it is, winning it back. This is coming all the way down. Marchand is racing for it. Ekman Larson gets there first. Marchand giving him 3 slashes on the stick in the hands. No call. Matthews cycling around. Marchand watching him. Marchand comes to Matthews 3 seconds after he passes the puck. Matthews gets it back. Here's Marner across. Up to Matthews, misses the pass. Swayman coming out to stop it. He's going to give it over to Zadorov. He's going to reverse it to McAvoy. McAvoy going to spin around. Here's a long pass up. Boston going to slow play this one into the Leaf zone. Passing it across. Here's Marchand. Marchand, he's dancing, cutting through the middle. Shot's going to go just wide. This playing through. 24 months for Beverly, 2 years old. Beverly, thank you for everything. And congratulations on 2 years. Here comes Pasternak breaking through. He's got to cycle around. Almost able to break free. This going down into the corner. Pasternak misses it. This is going to come around and all the way out and down the ice. Leafs going to change up. 20 seconds left of the 4-on-4 hockey. Bruins going to bring this just over the line. Toronto trying to steal. They can't. Comes over to Pasternak. He shoots, and that's blocked by Tanev. Who else? Back to the line. They go across. 5 seconds left of the 4-on-4. Frederick gets bumped. Toronto going to come away with the puck. Here's Tavares. Leafs now have a 20-second power play. Comes to Nylander. Shoots. Great save by Swayman and a big rebound. Karam's all the way out. This turning around into the zone. Tavares taking a look. Ekman Larson. He passes this one through. 3 seconds left in the power play and nothing doing. Prep, welcome in with the 5 spot. Welcome, Sam. Just got in from dinner. Had 3 doubles in the last hour and a half. Forgive me if... Thank you, Prep. I appreciate it. We are happy to have you. Now the question is, what doubles were they?
at center. Myers knocks it down, plays it.
What were you
to his
having?
defensive partner, Riley.
And thank
2
you for
minutes
the
left in
super
the
chat.
period.
Much appreciated.
Phil Myers hit there by Kempe.
There it is. The stick taps coming in. It's going to be an offside at the line.
Almost Nylander, the timing, as you said.
Nylander jumping right out of the box, and he was hollering for it. He was calling for it. It was a nice shot and even better save by Swing. Lindholm got it the other way as well. He almost had a chance. So good heads-up playing with guys coming out of the box.
With his stick, not allowing a passing lane to go, and Lindholm
Mama's
pass
Lemonades
ends up
at
hitting off the
Montana's.
skate
Ooh,
and going
nice. I haven't been Montana's for a long time.
The
decent spot. This down around in the corner. Trying to pick free. Bruins with 1:40 on the clock. Going to work this far side. Robertson trying to swing it away. Now he picks up the puck again. He's going to get it out. Boston off the boards, right back into the Leaf zone. They're back and forth, back and forth. Leafs now dump it down, and this is going to be an icing call and coming all the way back. Has anybody else tried the Ninja Slushy? Talking about drinks. The Ninja Slushy machine, where you can make your own smoothies, slushies, shakes, adult frosted beverages, frappuccinos. Curious if anybody's tried it out.
Those are just the little details and the little
1:20 to go.
in his game that you got to try to eliminate.
Off the draw, Boston going to win this one back. Fakes a shot, coming around and passes it in the slot. They score. Nice. This is an absolutely perfect Boston face-off setup. Unbelievable. Trent Frederick, who's a Leaf killer, off the draw. He wins the draw, back to the point, gets himself wide open in the slot. Domi missed his assignment. Oh, my goodness.
A little bit of a collision. Now Domi has to go
Domi goes to the wing to take the puck carrier, goes away from Frederick, which leaves him wide open in the slot, and he makes no mistake with 1:16 left. He puts that in. Oh, yes, Lala's place. The Shirley Temple was phenomenal. Beverly. Kayla, hello there. Welcome in. Yes, Lala's place. It was very, very good. Last minute of play. We'll talk about it in a minute. Mike drinks at home. It's usually coconut rum, pink lemonade, a dash of pineapple juice. Oh, very close. If you added, instead of the pink lemonade, if you add some blue carousel and use a Malibu rum instead of coconut rum, you get yourself a blue Hawaiian, which is quite lovely. Tastes like blue freezy. Here comes Toronto. Nice. Bringing it in. 25 seconds to go. Pasternak going to bring this one out. He's going to dipsy-do, walk in, a shot right on. Wall had it in the side of his pad and was just sitting there. 15 seconds. Comes up to Nyes. Nyes going to carry this in. 10 seconds to go. Nice. Back to Marner. His shot looking for the deflection in front. 6 seconds to go. Bruins going to carry this one in. They're going to get a last chance. Here's the shot. Rebound. Oh, my goodness. Wall had to be sharp there. And the whistle goes. Thank goodness. Holy, that was way too close for comfort right at the end of the period. Almost a chance there. All right, taking a look. 21 shots apiece. 14-18. Boston taking the lead in the hits. Face-offs. Toronto a slight advantage there. 17-15. Toronto 0 for 1 on the power play, but come on, it was 20 seconds. Not really a power play. Boston 0 for 2. 12 giveaways to 10 for the Bruins. 12 giveaways, starting to get to too many high numbers. They had 8 in that period. Remember, they had 4 in the first. So 8 giveaways in that period. 9 takeaways for Boston, 3 for Toronto. 7 block shots, 4 for Boston, 7 for Toronto. Your goals. Hey, Murph, what's going on? Calling it 4-2. Just got home from Disney on Ice. Kayla, nice. Man, I've been to Disney on Ice a couple times. It's a lot of fun. Hope you all enjoyed. It's always a good time. All right, your goal scorers in that period, we had 3 of them. Matthew Nyes, his 12th from Matthews, Morgan Geeky. Oh, yeah, I got to give that refresh. Thank you, Dan. Give that a little refresh. There you go. Geeky, his 9th from Zaka and Coyle. And then Frederick, his 6th, right there at the end from McAvoy. And that's going to have us all squared up at 2s. Defense is leaking. They didn't play well. Taking a quick look, the out-of-town scoreboard, 2-0 Blue Jackets over the Blues. Colorado 1-0 over Montreal. Wilds 2-0 over the Hurricanes. Jets are down to the Red Wings 2-1. Utah and Dallas 0-0. Of course, 7-4 Caps over the Rangers and 3-2 Sharks over the Devils. Fred, welcome in. Yeah, Leafs did not have a good period. They did not have a good period. If you missed it earlier today, the Finland beat Sweden 4-3 to go to the gold medal game of the World Juniors. Currently in the second period, it's 1-1 Czechia in the United States. So we'll have to keep an eye on that game and see how it is going to play out. Now, to answer your, wasn't really a question, but where was it? I think it was at Lala made a comment, our Shirley Temple. Yes, down in the States. In the States, they have Shirley Temple 7-Up, and they call it kind of cherry pomegranate. But when we tasted it, we did a little review, and if you like Shirley Temple, it's worth watching. But it almost, you can taste orange. A real Shirley Temple has orange in it. You can taste an orange flavor. The combination of the cherry and pineapple, cherry and pomegranate, kind of tasted, it made like this orange flavor, and it tasted very much like a Swiss Chalet Shirley Temple. So if you remember as a kid, or maybe even as an adult, if you had a Shirley Temple at Swiss Chalet, that is very much what it tasted like. It was very sweet, and it was very good. So apparently it's a limited time thing. They have it in the United States. I really hope that they do bring it to Canada, because it was quite nice. But if you are in the U.S. and you can find it, it is definitely quite nice to try it out. All right, my kid is doing virgin pina coladas. Yeah, prep. We had some of our family that we were with were also getting those like crazy. I have some here, but thank you. Hang on a second. Let's bring in Elliot Friedman here.
Rightly so, that the interview did enough. There's nothing else they need to say. So in calling around, this is what I can tell. It's that the Canucks are definitely looking at the market for both players, and you should be prepared for all outcomes. And there's really 3 of them. Neither gets dealt, one of them gets dealt, or both get dealt. That's on the table, and I don't want to predict the likelihood of any particular scenario, but I think all 3 of those outcomes are possible. Other things I can tell just from making the calls, I think if the Canucks do make a trade, they're going to need a center in return. I know the Canucks fans right now are concerned about the defense with Hughes and Roenick injured, but I believe the team has prioritized center in a return more than the blue line, because obviously they'd be trading a center if one or both was to go. So as part of the package, and I would assume it would be a package back for either of those 2 players, a center would be the priority as part of it. And Ron, one other thing, there have been some reports that maybe someone in Vancouver has asked for a trade. I can find no proof of that at this point in time.
On 32 Thoughts, in all seriousness, Nick Kypreos, you said, suggested JT Miller to Toronto, and you figured no go?
No, I think if he agrees to go anywhere, it's probably going to be in the States, I would say.
And New York, all kinds of rumors about either Keandre Miller or Mika Zibanejad. Did you pursue that?
I did. I don't know about the Miller, to be honest, but I don't believe, I just think that if Vancouver wanted to do that, they could have done it already. And don't forget, Zibanejad has a no-move clause as well.
Right. Lots more on the podcast if you want to catch that.
All right.
So he surprised everybody a little bit today by saying that he was going to play tonight, and which he's done, and that he's going to play. He plans to play tomorrow when the Maple Leafs go back-to-back against Philadelphia. And the more I looked into into it, the more it makes sense to me from his point of view. He has no desire to return daintily on a game in, game out basis. This is not about playing here and not playing there. Matthews' goal is to show that he's healthy enough to play every game, so I'm not as surprised now as he picked a back-to-back weekend. I don't think he's interested in being a part-time player. He wants to show now that he's back, that he is ready to go full-time.
And very happy news, although by no means a done deal. Jonathan Toews, what's going on there?
Yeah, so it's a really great article in GQ. I would tell everybody to read it. It's really fascinating, really interesting. And the thing about Toews is, I think the bigger question that he's going to go through now that he's returning to training and skating is, does it make more sense for him to play this year or wait until the summer, train hard, get into the best possible condition he can get into, and pick a team in the off-season when everybody has space and everybody has cap room? So I think that's the biggest question before we figure out who he's going to play for, is when does he think it's better for him to return?
Elliot Friedman and the Saturday.
Thank you, Elliot Friedman. Very, very interesting, some comments there. And first, to answer your question, Prep, he's looking good. Matthews, he's moving well. He's looking good. So I have no concerns the way Matthews is playing tonight. He seems to be A-okay. We saw the question earlier about JT Miller potentially coming to Toronto. Elliot Friedman seemingly shuts that down, saying no, he hasn't really heard that, doesn't really see that. So I don't really think much of it. He did mention Mika Zibanejad. There have been a lot of rumors over the last couple of days I've been seeing all over social media talking about Mika Zibanejad and potentially a deal for Zibanejad coming to Toronto as a solid kind of center position, giving them huge depth in their top three lines. So that would be something interesting. Now, he does have a no-move clause. He is expensive, so it would require some kind of salary retention, I would believe, to see. Yeah, Len, he's pretty good. He's pretty reliable, a pretty reliable source. Mika Z said he would waive his no-move clause. Yeah, Wayne, and especially, seeing what New York and how they did Trouba dirty and seeing what they did with some other things, saying, well, if you don't move your no trade, if you don't waive your no trade clause, we'll just put you on waivers. Obviously, it was a different situation with Trouba than it is with Zibanejad, but he's a type of player that I could get behind that move. I could really appreciate it, especially if the Rangers are going to retain some salary. That might be a nice move. He's got playoff experience. He can score goals. He can get grimy and gritty. That would be a very, very interesting pickup. And of course, the other one that he mentioned there at the end was Jonathan Toews. So this really kind of bubbled up in some of my feeds yesterday. Trouba was about money. Trouba was about a whole bunch of things, PJ. The Rangers just said, listen, we don't want you here anymore. The Rangers actually tried to get rid of him at the beginning of the season, and there was a whole kerfuffle. He ended up staying, and now, it came to what it is. And of course, the same day they trade Trouba, they signed their goaltender Shesterkin to a ridiculous contract. So it was crazy. But yeah, the whole Jonathan Toews thing, that kind of popped up in my feed really yesterday or the day before, about rumors that he was getting back into hockey shape. He was looking to come back into the league. Obviously, if Jonathan Toews is going to come back, he's going to want to go to a contender. He's going to want to go to a team that has a serious chance of winning the cup. And to me, you're looking at a Toronto, an Edmonton, a Colorado, maybe something like that. Even potentially a Winnipeg. It's very, very interesting. There's some limited options there. But I think the best spot for him, I gotta believe, would be Toronto. And again, if you're not in on the Zibanejad hunt, do you bring in a Jonathan Toews as your third line center? Now, I would be iffy with Toews. Obviously, he's taken time off. Obviously, he's had issues. And we look down the history of the Maple Leafs. They always like to bring in these elder statesmen to try and bring their experience and their support, and it hasn't always worked out. So I would be a little iffy with Taves, but anytime a player like Jonathan Taves says, "Hey, I want to come back," might be worth giving him a try. Yeah, right. Onyx was a little kerfuffle, right? They kind of messed it around. Let's see here. What would limit Carolina from getting Crosby and Saros? PJ, I think Carolina would be limited from Pittsburgh and Nashville wanting to trade those players. Excuse me, pardon me. I can't see Nashville moving Saros. There was a big rumor earlier about, before Toronto had made their goalie moves. I think it was the end of last year about Saros potentially coming to Toronto, and that got shut down real hard. I can't imagine he gets traded. I think he's got to be an almost untouchable unless it's a ridiculous deal. Same with Crosby. Crosby, he signed that 2-year deal in Pittsburgh. I think Crosby wants to retire a Penguin. I don't think he has any aspirations of going anywhere. I don't think it's going to be kind of that Ray Bork situation where, he's going to be just about washed up and he's going to then say, I want to be traded to have one more cup. Can't imagine Crosby would do that. If he was going to go anywhere, again, I think he would want to go to Colorado to play with McKinnon, would be his number one choice. Of course, not that the player dictates where they go, but in Crosby's scenario, if they are going to move him, that would probably be the likely target. Taze is another player who has done his career bus stop player. Yeah, Len, I kind of agree. I think he's probably done. But hey, you never know, right? Maybe he comes back and surprises. So why did Nashville stink so hard this year? PJ, that is the $1 million question. I had Nashville pegged as supposed to be one of the most improved teams this year. We were actually going to cover, my plan originally was to do a bunch of Nashville games early on the season because I thought they were going to be unstoppable. I thought they would be so dominant, and they were so bad. They were terrible. And I have no idea why. I cannot figure it out for the life of me. I just can't. Toes and Yanni Gord are the two talks for third line center. Yeah, I've heard Yanni Gord's name come up a few times as well, and I'd be okay with him. It would totally depend on what the ask is, and I know that's the question for all these fantasy bookings. What are the asks? Who are you going to have to give up? Obviously, if there's some big trades, Easton Cowan's name is going to be one of the top guys people are asking for. Fraser Minton is going to be somebody everybody, well, I shouldn't say everybody, but who some folks are going to be asking for. I think there's a handful of guys people are going to ask for. I think we have to be very, very careful with who we want to draft. Hear that Justin Bieber wants to play for Toronto. Oreo Show, how's it going? Welcome in. It was funny. We were lucky enough last season to be in attendance for the NHL All-Star game. And it was funny watching during warm-ups. Justin Bieber came on and was taking warm-ups with the All-Stars. And he obviously was coaching one of the teams. And boy, oh boy, did that spark a debate. Everybody thought he was going to play. He actually appears to be a very good skater. And he has a decent shot, but he's just, he's smaller. But he could skate. You have to price Saros from Nash. Yeah, there's no way they're giving them up at all. Sign Matt Sundin to 8 to 10. I wonder if he can still play. Sundin, it's funny. He was one of those guys, you'd watch Sundin skate, and it's like, why isn't he skating? But he was like so easily moving, right? He just made hockey look so easy. It was crazy. Taze to Detroit. I can't see Taze going to Detroit. That's an interesting kind of call out. Are you thinking to play with Kane again? Is that kind of where you're coming from? that would certainly be an interesting kind of dynamic. But Detroit is so far back, it makes it complicated. Like they're not even really in the wild card picture. I mean, they're 4 points back, but they'd have to jump Montreal, Philadelphia, Columbus, and Pittsburgh to get into that wild card spot. Would you trade for Shattenkirk or Perienko to replace Riley on the second pair, keeping McCabe 10 in the first, Benoit plays the third? Yeah, I like both of those. I would probably like Perienko over Shattenkirk because I think Shattenkirk is getting a little old. But I like them both. Perienko, I think, hits a little harder, if I'm not mistaken, than Shattenkirk. But yeah, both of those would be nice, nice to have. Stay in Hollywood, yeah, absolutely. Canadian talents include ice skating. There you go, prep. Sometimes at the same time, get Adam Fox. Now, if they could pull off a deal for Adam Fox, that would be the steal of all steals. You got to believe Adam Fox is an untouchable. Talk about the Rangers having a fire sale. You got to believe he's one of the guys that they're not going to move unless they're getting something stupid in return. But that would be a guy that I would, if the Rangers called up, if, Toronto calls and says, hey, we're interested in Zibanejad, and the Rangers happen to say, well, okay, let's talk him, but what would you do for Fox? Could we get this and this and this? I'd have to seriously consider it. That would be one heck of a trade if they could pull that one off. On a frozen pond, or it doesn't count. Yeah, exactly. No, Mega, I wouldn't want Rempe at all. I would stay far away from Rempe. Dawson, how's it going? Rempe is a guy who's now he has a reputation. Every time he throws a big hit, every time something happens, he's going to get suspended. And we all know, we saw it with Nazem Kadri. We saw it with Michael Bunting. Guys who get that reputation in Toronto get penalized for everything, and we just can't have it. All right, let's get set. Period number 3 about to get going. 2-2.
They need to take care
We're
of
all
the middle
squared
of the
away,
ice
going
better.
into
Big
period
thing
number
is,
3.
don't beat ourselves
Let's see
here in
how
this
this one
third
is
period.
going to
Be
play
patient.
out.
They're well aware how the
I'm
Bruins
just going to take a quick
struggled
moment,
for offense here of late.
and I'll be
Believe
right
if
back.
They stick to what they believe in, the chances to get the lead back will come here over this final 20, Chris.
Different kind of game than the Islander game, but the same message from the coach, and they stayed patient in kind of a slog of a game on Thursday, and got a goal from Bobby McMahon late to win it. Shots even as we start the third period with Austin Matthews back to the attack along with Nyes and Marner. It comes over to the man who opened the scoring, McCabe. Marner back to McCabe, trying to thread that through. Nyes on the doorstep, tried the wrap. Stick comes out of the hands of Swayman. And he
All right,
gets a
let's
handoff
go.
there from Carlo.
This coming around behind the net.
Might have saved the goal there. He cut off.
Trying to play this one through.
On the wraparound.
There's Matthews and
Trying to bring it around in front. Can't do it. Squared up. This is going to be played back.
And it's off the stick
And that's going to come all the way down and out. Oh, my ears all clogged up. Can't unplug it.
Riley leads the Leafs in ice time at 15-14.
This down around. Nylander can't catch up to it. Back to the line. Riley holding it in. Long pass. That's going to deflect to nowhere. Then on the other side, Toronto trying to keep it.
Look down the times and
This Boston coming out. They're going to play it down now. Picked up by Tavares. Tavares turning around. Here comes JT. Tavares carrying it up over to Pacioretty. Patch tries to return it, but Zadorov takes down Tavares, and they go down, and there's no call on that takedown. Dumped in. Wall going to cycle it around. Long pass. Going to miss everybody. Zadorov going back to pick this one up. Domi. He's going to take a little bump. Domi still has the puck, though. He's going to flip this across to Ekman-Larsson. He had to settle it down, but Boston picks it up, and they're going to clear. Tanev racing back. It's going to go through the side of the crease. Wall sets it up there. Tanev looked to get it started. Here's a long pass up to Domi. Domi going to carry this one in. Can't get the feed over to Nicky Robertson. Robertson goes in the corner. Going to cycle it back to Domi. Domi reverses it. McCabe, cross ice. Here's a shot. That didn't miss by much. Side of the net. Domi trying to stuff it in.
McCabe moving up.
McCabe pinching. He's going to try and hold it. He's pinching it along the boards. Domi getting up there. It's going to come to the line, and it's out. Bobby Mack has to race back to pick this one up. Bobby McMahon flipping it off the boards. Boston going to hold this one in. Going to squirt free, coming back to the line. There's a long shot and a glove save by Wall. Nice job there as he rips the leather.
First good chance for the Leafs.
Wow.
Trying to get that all-important go-ahead goal comes off the stick. Matthew Nyes jumps quickly around, but good.
Nyes had a wraparound chance, couldn't quite put that one in.
Anything. He even got the stick inside the post to make better on it. Nice little chip there by Kastelik to
Carlo doing a nice job of shooting it high, and Wall from his knees reaches up with his glove. He's going to flag that one down.
To get the face off.
Off the draw, Boston winning it. Back to the point. Another shot is going to get blocked. Goes to the corner. It's picked up by Lorentz. Lorentz flipping this one around to Riley. Riley going to play this one up.
Tied up at center ice.
Kastelik tying up Dewar. Leafs going to pull this one back in their own zone, setting it up. Long pass gets knocked out of the air. That's going to be a high stick, so we're going to get a face-off coming up in the neutral zone. Again, good pace, good jump here to start period number 3, but Boston seems to have the edge, right? They just seem to have that little extra hop in their step. Of course, Toronto plays again tomorrow night against, I forget who they play tomorrow. Is it Philadelphia?
A little bit of a juggling act, as you saw. David Camp was up in the top 6 for a while.
Yeah, Philadelphia Flyers tomorrow night.
Not in the lineup, but that seems to be a trio.
Here comes the Bruins in over the line. Ekman Larson trying to get up. He can't get it. Oh, Onyx. Just coming around. Marner trying to play this one back. Ekman Larson now. Cross ice. Benoit. Going to go up the boards. Here's Matthews. Matthews to Ekman Larson. Ekman Larson playing it all the way down the ice. Boston going to regroup in their zone as Matthews comes in on the forecheck. Here's McAvoy. McAvoy passing it across. Up and in. Pasternak cutting through the middle. Trying to go dipsy-do, and Ekman Larson is going to take down Pasternak. Benoit going to flip it over. Here comes Matty Nyes. Nyes over to Tavares. Tavares tries to go back to Nyes. Nyes in front. Oh, what a move, and he scores! What a pretty goal by Matthew Nyes. Holy moly. He goes around behind the back. His second career 2-game goal. That was pretty. Holy smokes. He just made this this weird hop in front of the net, and he reached around behind him. Like a nice little move. Tavares with a nice little pass, and Nyes flips around the defender, and just a beautiful play by Matthew Nyes. That was huge. What a goal. His 13th of the year.
Just instinct in front of the net ends up giving the Leafs the 3-2 lead.
That's right, 22 and 2 for 23. Here comes Pacioretty now feeding it across for Big Willie. Tavares and Marner picking up the assists. This coming around. Matty Nyes. I got to get a Matty Nyes graphic. Uh-oh, Prep is dancing. Geeky walking in. Nylander's going to bat it down. Picked up by Tavares. Tavares has it stripped away. Here's Boston with a shot, and they score. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. John Tavares. John Tavares, what are you doing? Just waited too long. Tavares took that, looked like he was going to make the pass up ice, and it's stripped away. And Pasternak, just a beautiful play, catches Tavares from behind. McCabe goes down, and I think that sets up a screen in front of Wall. Oh, my goodness. Blocker side, middle of the net. Oh.
Tavares was looking for
So close. Again, Toronto scores.
Gets his pocket picked in 34 seconds after
In
the Leafs had
Boston.
taken the lead.
Half a minute later, they tie this right back up.
So often does against Toronto. Now 21 goals.
Here's Boston back to the line. A shot deflection. It's there in front. Back to the line. That comes out. It's a race for it. What speed by Nick Robertson? Are you kidding me? Nicky, what a pass to McMahon. Oh, and he misses the net. What speed from Nick Robertson. Gives it over to McMahon, who is wide open. Now Robertson coming through. Tried to feed it to Riley. Oh, McMahon with a glorious chance. This being dumped down in the corner. Oh, my goodness. Here comes Riley. Riley tries to spring David Kemp cutting through the middle, and that's going to be an icing call. Holy Monty, what's going on? Welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. Thanks for joining us here this evening. Unbelievable. What a play. Robertson's pass goes between the legs of the Boston defender. Beautiful play, and McMahon goes glove side, and he just puts it high.
Off the side. 14th goal for Pasternak. That's just his second of the last 8 games.
Unbelievable. Yeah, yes, he's certainly picking things up. Just coming back around, picked up. Here's a long pass up, deflected in. Toronto going to turn this right back around. Fourth line here going to change up. Benoit putting this one back. Long pass up to the red line. Matthews walking in. Over to Nyes. Nyes putting it down in the corner for Matthews. Matthews going in right in front. Here's a shot. They score! Matthew Nyes with the Hattie. First career Hattie. Throw those hats. Throw those hats. What a trick. Let's see those caps in the chat. Unbelievable. Matthew Nyes, his first career hat trick. Wow. That he does, Monty. That he does. There it is. The hats coming in the chat. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Way to go, Matthew Nyes. His 12th, his 13th, and now his 14th. By the way, David Pasternak also has his 14th. So Nyes and Pasternak each with 14 goals on the season. What a year for the young Matthew Nyes. Mega. Now we can get the dancing going. That was huge. Matthew Nyes. I haven't been playing my sound effects. You got the touch. You got the touch tonight. Matty Nyes getting it going. Let's go there. Nicole's getting the party going. Ryan dropping those hats. Right, Dallas. And I hope he'll get a chance to go through and pull a hat out. You got to keep one hat from your first trick. That was huge. Now, Leafs, do not let them score. Can we go a minute without Boston returning? Matthews and McCabe getting the assist there. Joseph Wall going to play this high off the glass. This being kept in. It's offside, so Toronto back to start it up again. Here's Connor Dewar. He's going to play this one down the ice. Swayman out to play it. Both goalies really getting involved actively behind the nets today. This being kept in for Lorentz. Lorentz, he kind of got hooked off of it. Here's a huge hit thrown. This being kept in. Lorentz trying to steal it away. David Kemp does steal it away. Dewar is all alone in front. Now he's tied up. This going in the corner, back out. Boston falling from the knees. David Kempf again is going to keep it in. Now they're going to back it up, and they're going to go change it up. 13 and change. Here we go. Serious question. Do you throw your hat if it's not your team? Prep, I never throw my hats. David, how's it going? What's up? Looks bad when no names are out playing. Well, I wouldn't say Nyes is a no-name. Matthews has 2 assists tonight. Marner's got 1, 2. Marner's got 3 assists tonight. Tavares has some assists tonight. So I say they're all getting involved.
That could really catapult you for the last half of the
Off
season.
the draw, Boston winning it to the point. Oh my gosh, it hit Wall. He's spun around behind him, and then it squeaked out. Here's another shot. Wow, Boston getting close. Meadows, what's going on? Nyes is amazing. Oh, he is. He's having a wonderful year. Here comes Toronto. Going to flip this off the boards, looking for more for Nyes. Turned over. Here comes Boston up the middle. They can't control the puck. Pinning playing this one down in the corner. Toronto going to go off the glass, and this is going to land by the red line, bounce back to the blue line. Setting it up. Yeah, I don't throw my hats for anybody when they get a hat trick because hats these days are so bloody expensive.
Down into the Toronto zone.
This coming around, trying to play it through. Here's Robertson spinning around, giving it up to Domi. Domi coming out. He's going to flip it over to Riley. Riley going cross ice to nobody. Held in at the other side. Riley going to pinch up. He's going to look to move this one around. Yeah, Nyes really, he needed a good one, and he's finally getting it. This coming back over, Riley letting it go, comes out of the zone, Boston right back in. Cutting towards the middle, it's Frederick, and he has his pocket picked. Here's Bobby McMahon, he flips this over the line and out. 12 minutes to go, 12 minutes to go. Toronto up by 1. Cross ice pass, Bruins trying to come back, they can't connect. Here comes Tavares, up to Nylander. Nylander carrying this one into the zone. He's deep, shot, and that one's going to be stopped and tipped into the corner. Wear a Dollarama hat. That's right, it's the only situation. This coming around behind the net. Give the kid an amazing contract. It's going to be very interesting to see what kind of a deal they come up with for him. Tavares in the corner, playing it out in front. Doesn't connect. Patch coming back to the point, trying to hold it in. And Boston going to play this all the way down. Pasternak fighting his way through. Here comes Kempf. Kempf loses it. Boston trying to set it up. Down in the corner, Tanev there to pick it up. My fear is when you go to the game that somebody takes the hat off your head and throws it. I would be so mad. People, unfortunately, think they're funny, and they do that. In the corner, Lorenz. Oh, high stick coming up. No call. Leafs got lucky there. Lorenz still with it. He's battling in the corner. David Kempf is going to send this around behind the net. David Kempf still with it. Going to bank it off the boards to McCabe. He goes cross ice to Tanev. Tanev's shot gets blocked. McCabe pitching up, and now he's caught. Here comes Boston. That's the biggest dive I've ever seen. He's got spite in the playoffs too. Definitely a player they need to keep an eye. Yeah, absolutely. I've been to a bunch of games and never saw Hattie until recently. Oh, wow. Yeah, you kind of just have to get lucky. So Toronto gets away with a high stick. Boston gets away with a huge dive. Sorry, embellishment. We got just about 10 minutes to go. Here in this third period, the bounce is going both ways right now. That might start a mob of... Right, if you're at a soccer stadium, for sure. Mega, I do not understand what these referees are doing. Some things they call, and you're like, why are you calling that? And then other things they let go, and it makes no sense. Face off in the Toronto end. Boston's going to win this one back. Here's McAvoy. McAvoy going for the little cross crease pass. Here's another shot. That one goes just wide. This is coming all the way back. It's a race. Matty Nye trying to get there, but Zadorov is going to get there first. Posing you're privileged enough to see a few games, you can be reserved in the moment. I'm always reserved. Here comes Domi. Domi to Marner. Going to bank it back up the boards to Domi. Domi playing this one down in the corner. Oh, Domi kind of got tripped off his skate and almost skated into the post. Got to watch out for those posts, Max. That's why they're red. Zaka going to dump this one in. Coming around far side wall against those posts. Boston in control of the puck. Zaka trying to get it. Benoit puts it away from him. Ekman Larsson has a big battle going on in the corner. He takes a cross check to the face. And I hope we're getting a penalty call. Andrew, how's it going? And the Bruins are going to the box. As Morgan Geekie got his stick up high across the face of Ekman Larsson as those two were doing battle. Oh, it wasn't a cross check, excuse me. It was Ekman Larsson's own stick that was in the cross check form. It was an up and down stick that got him in the face. It is a great game, Andrew. A really good game. If you're just coming in to join us, welcome to the show. If you haven't hit that like button yet, make sure you hit that thumbs up for us. We'd appreciate it. And of course, if you're not already subscribed, hit that subscribe. We want you to come back and join us for more NHL action all season long. Thank you for giving us a chance to bring you game coverage and join us for our hockey conversation. We really do appreciate it. So thank you so much. We are here for the community, and you are all a big part of our show. Maple syrup. Yeah, I mean, hey, maple syrup power all the way, right? I have to travel so far to even have a chance to see a game. I hate traveling winter. Life is hard. That's right, Prep. You have quite a ways to go. Quite a ways to go. But it's fun. Listen, going to the game, if you've never been to a live hockey game, doesn't matter what city you go to, it's a great experience. But you have to be prepared for a number of things, right? Ridiculous prices. If you're driving, crazy parking prices. If you're in Toronto, you're going to be parking pretty far and you're going to have to walk. Crazy food prices, frustrating fans, disrespectful fans, sometimes quiet fans. It's crazy, but it's so much fun to watch a game, especially if you're winning. I'll be there in July for Beetlejuice the musical. No hockey though. Oh, nice, Prep. I didn't even know that's coming to town. I just watched Beetlejuice #2. Isn't it Lisa It's definitely up there, Jonathan. It is one of them for sure. 38 to park at Onyx, you're paying anywhere 20, 30, 40 bucks. Depending on how far away you are. It's crazy. All right, back from commercial break. Let's get going. RO, how's it going? Welcome in.
Not the five forwards, a defenseman. And
Toronto is 0 for 1 on the power play tonight. Let's see what they can do now with 9 minutes to go. 2 minutes on the power play clock. Tavares putting it out in front. Shot right on by Matthews. Matthews got wide open. Oh, no, that's it, Onyx. I stop it, too. Beetle Moose. That's funny. Yeah, for Prep, for sure. I would be interesting. We'll check it out. Econo has no visitor parking, so I can't. Oh, Jonathan. I think that's very common downtown Toronto. Toronto setting it up on the power play. Over to Matthews. Matthews with it. Going to feed it back to the line. Riley looking. He's got no lane. Nylander back to Riley. Riley to Nylander. He's going to go to Marner. Marner behind the net to Matthews. Tavares in front. Matthews shooting. It's blocked. It's there in front. Marner going to pick it up. Sends it over the boards. He's got to reverse it to Matthews. Matthews to Nylander. Nylander, nice move. Had Tavares in front. Couldn't get him the puck. Willie's shaking and baking. The pass comes around in front. Boston's going to pick it up. It's a skate. Tavares steals. Has his stick lifted, and it's coming all the way down.
Nylander was a little off balance, but what a quick stick he had there to turn that puck.
Here comes Riley. Riley on the move.
Quick as anything.
Dawson, I'm sorry. I can't do that. This coming around. But if you want to talk about it, send me an email. Digging it across. Yeah, not a conversation for the chat. Chuck, what's going on? JDA, welcome in. Thanks, brother. Appreciate it. Toronto holding it in. 27 seconds to go on the power play. Back to the line. McMahon in front of the net. Here's a shot. It's Swayman. Comes in front to McMahon. Back to Marner behind the net. Marner taking a look. Gets it to Nylander. 12 seconds to go. The cross-ice pass is deflected up and out of play. 10 seconds to go. I have parking that's public on my floor. I'm on, but you will get ticketed by the guy who runs it downstairs. It's not parking enforcement, please. Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure, Jonathan.
You could tell at the end there, especially the Bruins penalty kill.
In all the buildings downtown, everyone has their regular business hour parking and then their event hour parking. Right? If it's an event night, and I think it starts most places like 6 o'clock. 5 o'clock, they'll ding you for that event parking rate. Domi wins this draw, but it was high and it was over the shoulder of McCabe. That's going to come out and all the way down the ice.
Back into the Leaf zone. Only snapped that one top shelf, didn't he?
All right, power play has expired. Back at even strength. 7 minutes to go. Hey, Aaron, what's going on? Happy New Year. This coming back, center around behind the net. Nice trying to pick this one up, getting his stick up high a little bit. Domi trying to knock it down. Boston sends it in the corner. Tanev can't move it, and it's stolen here. Here's Bobby McMahon. McMahon up to Nyes. Nyes going to flip this one in. Lines are a little shaken up here as these both power play units had to work. Just find the back alley and park. Mega, you might not find your car after the game. This coming down, JDA, 46 days and counting.
Okay, Chris, we noticed this at the end of both the
another whistle here.
Period here tonight. The rest of the Maple Leafs made their way to the
Jordan, hopefully you guys get some good weather when you're down there.
A couple of things on the tablet as he's looking
really
to find
enjoyed Tanner
Janot
smash Frederick last season.
And the teams here tonight, but maybe you ought to just ask Matt.
David, that's funny. You know, I don't mind Tanner Janot. Tanner Janot is a solid pickup.
But still tied for second in the Rocket Richard Trophy race.
This one in the corner. Boston back to the point, setting it up. Here's a shot getting kicked over the side. Driving the well layer and drive safe. This coming free. Lorenz out of nowhere. He's going to pick this one up. Into the corner. Going to just roll it across. 6 minutes to go. Here's Marner. Going to pick it up. He's going to take a bump into the corner. He's going to go down as Peaky got a piece of him. Peaky playing peekaboo on Marner. Riley up to Kemp. Kemp has it taken away, and Boston going to bring it all the way back. Nyes coming up, watching. Here come the Bruins. Up to the red line. They're going to dump this one in. Picked up, trying to be careful. Safe. Oh, snowstorm. Yeah, got to be safe with that snow. David, how's it going? Welcome in. Here comes Matthews. AM 34. He's walking in. He's making the move. Trying to come across. They play it in, but nobody's really controlling it. Boston going to bring this one out. Here come the Bruins up over the Leaf line. Into the corner, McAvoy is going to take a hit from Benoit. Lost the puck, comes to Pacioretty. Patch is going to cross the red line, cross the blue line. He's going to flip this one down in the corner. 5 minutes to go. 5 minutes to go. In the corner, this coming right in front. Tavares going to pick it up. JT to Pacioretty. Thank you, Prep. I saw the message come through. I will take a look afterwards. In the corner, holding it in at the line. Comes right in the slot. Pacioretty. Oh, my goodness. Gives it to Tavares. And he had it taken away. Tavares to Nylander. Every time Tavares touches a puck in the offensive zone, it's like something could happen. This coming around, they're still digging, still working. This coming to the line. Cross ice, here's Riley. Little give and go. Riley still with it. Cross ice pass, that's going to sail high. This one kicked down into the corner. Willie pinching. Still in there. Willie didn't even realize he still had it kind of caught in there. Daniel, how's it going? Thank you so much celebrating my Ravens winning the AFC North. There you go, Daniel. There you go. Bruins on the move. Zaka into the zone. Flipping it for Pasternak. McMahon all over him. The last time the holidays dinner tonight at my mother's up the street with family, but got stuck in the cottage. Oh, yeah, Jonathan, it's crazy up north. Crazy. Lot of snow. Pasta bringing it in. Pasta cross ice. Here's a shot and a glove save by Joseph Wall. Pasta comes in and Wall says, I'm making that into pasta fazouli. And he makes a beautiful save. Joseph Wall doing a good job. They're going to go to a commercial break. The Leafs just have 4 minutes to go. Can they hold down the fort? They're doing a nice job so far. Excuse me. It was a slow starting here in the first, but they jumped out to that lead. They then fell behind, not on the scoreboard, but the Bruins put a lot of pressure in the second period. But this third, the Leafs have been playing like wildfire. Would you trade Robertson with his play of late? Keep him with Domi and Bobby Mack. So, Travis, I'm actually a big Nick Robertson fan. I have been since he kind of came up. Admittedly, he does make some defensive blunders. He is a very streaky player, but I like what he has to offer. Now, saying that, seeing what he's doing right now with Domi and Bobby McMahon, if he has any kind of trade value, and he is a key component, if we could get somebody that would really help us, and they said, hey, we need Nick Robertson in this deal, I think you have to move him. I think you got to capitalize on his value while he has it, because we know the streak is going to kind of dry up. This third line is going to get quiet again. I'd hate to do it, but I think if he's kind of a piece that can make or break a deal, I think you have to. Again, as much as I hate it, I think you have to. Jeff, what's going on? Gotta beat the bees. Absolutely. Mr. Buck, what's going on? Welcome in. Al, I'd be okay with that. I really would be. Robertson is awesome. I agree. I am a huge Robertson fan. I'm a huge Robertson fan, but I think with the depth of players we have and with some of the young guys, especially with Cowan in the wings and Minton in the wings, somebody's got to go. Yeah, Monty, I think so. Thank you, Meg. I haven't looked in a little bit. 2-1 over Czechia, U.S. All right, they're back from commercial break. Need Kadri, Mr. Buck. Will we see a return of Kadri? Those rumors have certainly dried up very, very quickly.
He's a +3. That face-off won by the Bruins, though.
Off the draw, Boston with it. 3:30 to go. Trying to go cross ice. Nice play by Jake McCabe to break that one up. This coming around behind the net. Boston out in front to Pasternak. Gets blocked by who else? Chris Tanev. Tanev doing a nice job there. Need Shen. Shen is another interesting name that seems to have quieted down. But I agree. I think Shen would be a good pickup. This coming around in front. Joseph Wall is down. He's going to cover up right with 3 minutes remaining.
This is something that you didn't
3 minutes remaining. Road Warriors, welcome back. 31 months. 31 months. Holy moly, Road Warrior. That is wild. Thank you so much. And I hope you're doing well, by the way. Yeah, love to see that third line. Getting that third line depth is awesome. Right? If you're going to go far in the playoffs, you need depth scoring and depth performances. And we know the fourth line has done well at times. The third line is doing great right now. Now if we could just get more consistency. Here's an icing call.
And look at how different it is. No, you think
2 blocks tonight for Tanev, 110 blocks this season. And he'll block with his face, he'll block with his ankles, he'll block with everything. 27 shots apiece. 6-6 here in this period. It was 11-9 for Toronto in the first, 12-10 for Boston in the second, and now it's 6-6 apiece here. 27-27. Leafs slight advantage in the face-off circle. Hits are pretty equal, 22-20. But a tremendous number of giveaways. 18 for Toronto, 14 for Boston. Terrible giveaway numbers. To the line, Nylander's going to soccer this one. He's going to kick this one out. Woke up from a nap. Busy getting Christmas peak at work. Now coming Winter Star. Oh, no. Hand pass is going to get blown down. Road Warrior, I hope you're doing all right, and I hope you stay safe. Winter storms are no joke. They're going to go to commercial break yet again with 2:34 to go. I want to say thank you to our gifters tonight, AAU Triton, Ecamm Prep, and of course to Jeff, Beverly, Road Warriors, and all of our channel members. Thank you so much for supporting our channel with a membership. We really do appreciate it. It helps us out tremendously. So thank you to all of our gifters and our channel members. Welcome in to everybody who's just joining us for the last few minutes of this hockey game. Thanks for being here tonight. Again, make sure if you haven't hit that thumbs up, hit that thumbs up. But more importantly, hit that subscribe button and set your notifications. We'd love for you to come back and hang out with us all playoffs long. We like to give you the action. We like to give you the stats. We like to call the game. But most importantly, we love to interact and talk with you. We want to see your comments. We want to see your point of view, and we want to discuss it and debate it. Len, I have to look at the schedule. I know they're playing tomorrow night. I don't know what we're doing tomorrow night because we just got home, but it could be tomorrow. But we'll be back this week for sure. Prep coming in with 5 gifted memberships. Prep, thank you so much. Thank you so very much for that. Congratulations to our new channel members, Russ, Luke, the Canuckian, Amido, Meadow, Carol. Congratulations to you all. Ulysses. Let's see those stick taps coming in for Prep. No storm is coming because all the old football armature. Is that road word? So true. I get that with the rain. When the rain is coming, the bones hurt. Everything hurts. Right, thank you all so very much. Ulysses with a gifted membership as well. Thank you, Ulysses. And Prep, thank you both. All right, let's go. 2.5 minutes, and uh-oh. The Rhino is in the house. Rising Rhino, what's up, buddy? Welcome in. Giants fan, welcome in. Hope you're both doing well. Happy holidays, happy new year to you and the family. Bruins bringing this one back. And I think I broke my chat. Oh, there we go. This down in the corner. 2 minutes. Sticks of Maine, welcome in. Crafty, welcome. Here they come. Open net. And they score. Toronto with the empty net goal. Mitch Marner's going to put it in. He was looking for Matthew Nyes for a 4-goal night, but he couldn't put that puck over to him. Didn't have a pass. But there it is, an empty net goal for Mitch Marner to make it 5-3. Play-by-play with JJ. Welcome in. There we go. Thank you, Giants fan. Appreciate it. Boston pulls the goalie. Nyes to Marner. Marner flips it out. Pasternak was all over Nyes. Couldn't get him the puck. But Marner feeds it across. And a huge goal. 5-3. That's how you do it. 2 minutes to go. Nice. What a game 3 goals, an assist.
The Leafs with a 2-goal lead.
Tanev picking up an assist there.
Details of the game, though. It's the game within a game.
That's just so
We've
pretty.
seen it tonight.
It's just
A little
so
play,
pretty.
Goaltender keeps the play moving. Or a great
They
play
still
in the
pull the goalie
defensive
again.
zone. And
2
another
minutes left
example
on the
why
clock.
coaches constantly preach the fact that
2 minutes
defensive zone
left
play is
on
such
the
important
clock.
to your
They have the
offense, and we've seen
goaltender
great
pulled.
examples of
Timeout
it
called. They're still pushing.
this game.
They still want to do more.
Kelly, who finished
Boston
the third for the Canadian
gonna try
Olympic
and
team,
score
gonna
2
draw
in 2
something up for
minutes.
Boston.
And look at how
Can
quickly
they do it, or
Boston's
is
been able to
Toronto
score tonight. Like,
gonna
2 minutes
shut
is an eternity.
them
You just
down?
gotta focus now on one at a time, and why not
So nice.
use your timeout now
So
to make
good.
sure everybody understands
Card Crazy
the
Froggy,
play that you
welcome
wanna make off
in.
this draw.
Thank y'all, Joshua. Thank you.
Just checking the scoring.
So
lead,
Marner
because
is
Mitch Marner's got a
14th.
4-point game, so up to 55 points, and 4 points gets him into 4th in league
So
scoring.
Marner with 4 points tonight. Nyes with 4 points tonight. Nyes is a +5. Marner is a
But the primary
+4.
concern,
Matthews a +4 with
final
2
result
assists.
is only in hockey
Tavares
where
and
the guy
Domi are
apologized
-1s.
after scoring
Pacioretty's a
a goal.
-2.
To win the
McMahon,
game,
Nealer,
hopefully, for
and
your
Robertson
team.
all -1.
Still lots to play here, though. A
+3
quick
for
goal by
Tanev
Boston
and
changes
McCabe.
it.
And off the draw, the Bruins win.
Bruins with it. They're going to bring this one around. Here's a long shot. It's down in front. Wall is down in the butterfly. And Boston scores.
Away again. David Pastrnak.
So Pastrnak scores. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. This one is not over yet, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go anywhere. It took them 10 seconds to do a scramble draw. McCabe lost his stick. The shot came down. Wall couldn't catch it. It was in front. It just comes across Pastrnak backdoor all alone. 4 Leafs in front to the left side of the net. Nobody taking Pastrnak. His 65th career 2-goal game. Pasta setting up a whole buffet on the back side of the crease.
Done yet.
And he finds a way. So they needed 2 in 2 minutes.
So how many seconds was that?
They now need 1 in 150.
15 seconds.
That's unreal. 12,
Holy
15,
moly.
34.
Wow.
So the top line for Toronto comes on. Boston going to win the draw, bringing this in. Got to imagine they're going to pull the tender again, and they do. Back to 6-on-5.
Here's McCabe to Tanev.
McCabe and Marner going to tip this one out in through the neutral zone. 1:35 to go.
Will drive it back in
This
off
being
the
dumped
stick
in,
of
and
McAvoy, but that's
they're going to call this an icing call.
icing, I believe.
Yeah, that's one more step for
So an
McAvoy.
icing call at 1:30 is going to bring this all the way to the Boston zone. Now we saw with the Islanders, Patrick Waugh did not put the goaltender back in net after an icing call. And of course, Toronto won the draw and scored.
For a linesman, no, yeah, that's
So this
another
is a
try. All you
lazy
need to do
play
is-
here by
Nyes
McAvoy.
being a lefty,
McAvoy
that
needed
didn't
one
really
more
have a stick
stride
in
to
the
get to
way.
that red
Taken
line
one
before he
more
dumped it in.
stride and Been okay.
So Swayman back in.
So Zaka picked up the assist.
Joe Sacco's been looking for offense. He gets 4
You know, I think it would be an interesting rule change. Since you're not allowed to change lines on an icing, if you pull the goalie and you ice the puck, you should not be allowed to put your goalie back in. That should constitute as a line change. Leafs get it to the line, they can't get it out. Boston right back in. Setting it up, side of the net. Here they come again in front. Wall is down. It's a scramble. Toronto's going to pick it up, but they hit Nyes in the back. Marchand trying to play this one through. It's going to come to Matthews. Matthews fans on the clearing attempt. McCabe going to reverse it right to Marchand. What are you doing? In front to Marner. He shoots for the open net, and he misses the post. 50.7 seconds to go.
Boy, these are 6 tough minutes as a defender, more so than offense.
Holy
They were
moly.
stopping and starting. There's a couple of examples where it looked like the puck would be cleared, just trying to take it
Unbelievable.
to the front of the net. McCabe does a nice job. Matthews
5-4 is the score.
instead it hits off of Marchand and stays alive
5-4
and keeps
is the
pressure on.
score. Welcome in, everybody. 50.7 seconds to go. Leafs line has been on the ice about a minute. Nyes, Matthews, Marner, McCabe, and Tanev. McCabe and Tanev actually 109 on the ice. Off the draw, Boston wins another one. Coming over to McAvoy. McAvoy looking, going to feed it far side. Here's Lohrei. He's going to go up to Marchand, sending it right in front. Excuse me, it wasn't Marchand. It was Pasternak. And it's taken away by Matthews, banking it off the boards. Marner to Matthews. He dives and he scores! Matthews into the empty net. There we go. Marner banks it off the boards. Matthews dives to get it, and our player of the game scores. The red light player of the game. There it is, Matthews, the red light player of the game, the diving effort, and another assist for Mitch Marner. That's going to be, I think, a 5-point night. A 5-point night for Mitch Marner. Wow, 6-4 Toronto. Matthews, his 12th of the year. Unbelievable. Stick around when this one wraps up. We'll go through all the goal scorers, all the game stats, so you're up to speed. 20 seconds to go. This coming around. Here it comes, Boston. They're going to chip this one in. 12 seconds to go. Swayman heads to the bench again. It's an empty net. Toronto's just going to clear this out. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and they're just going to let it play out. This game is done. This one is over. The Leafs win. The Leafs win. They defeat the Boston Bruins for the second time this year. Oh my goodness. What a final. What a finish. That was huge. Let's run through the stats. Let's break this one all down. As by the way, Montreal and Colorado in overtime, your goal scores. Jake McCabe, his first from Marner and Tanev. Matthew Knies, his 12th from Matthews and Marner. Geeky, his 9th from Zacha and Coyle. Frederick, his 6th from McAvoy. Knies, his 13th from Tavares and Marner. Pasternak, his 14th unassisted. Matthew Knies for his first career hat trick and his 14th goal of the season from Matthews and McCabe. Marner, his 14th into an empty netter from Knies. Pasternak, his 15th from Zacha. And Austin Matthews in his return. And why did they just take that one off? That was weird. They just removed Matthews' goal. So we'll have to see when they put it back who those last assists were. What a night for the Maple Leafs. All in all, a 5-point night for Marner, a 5-point night for Knies. So I'm going to assume Marner and Knies got those assists. 3 points for Matthews, 1 point for Tavares. Unbelievable. Great, great job. Ladies and gentlemen, the one thing we have to do before we say goodbye and goodnight.
And now, the 3 stars of the game.
3 stars for tonight. I think hands down, star number 3 is, we should really give it to Austin Matthews because he played well in his return. Picked up 3 points, but I'm going to kind of break tradition a little bit. I'm going to give it to John Tavares. Even though Tavares was -2 with only 1 assist, John Tavares, every time he touched the puck on the ice, was phenomenal. Dark side, what's going on? You bet on Marner to score. There you go. Awesome. Congrats. I'm going to give the 3rd star to Tavares, but honorable mention to Austin Matthews with a goal and 2 assists, +5 performance. Mitch Marner's getting star number 2, +5, a goal and 4 assists. That is just awesome. And star number 1 with his first career trick, Matthew Knies, 3 goals, 2 assists, 5 points, +6 on the night, 6 shots, 2 hits. A great night there for Matthew Knies. All in all, it was a great night for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Anytime they beat the Boston Bruins makes me happy. Finland 4-3 over Sweden in the World Juniors earlier today. The United States currently up 2-1 over Czechia. That one is in the 3rd period. Ladies and gentlemen, until next time, thank you for everything. Thank you, channel members. Thank you, Prep. Fun fact, removing your athletic supporter at the end of the game is akin to taking your bra off at bedtime. Prep, thank you so much for everything. You're the best. Thank you to everyone who found us tonight and hit that like, hit that subscribe. I hope we'll see you again real soon. Thanks for enjoying the show, which I'm going to assume you did because you stuck around. Until next time, friends, we'll see you soon. Watch for the next stream. I'm going to post it soon. Well, not tonight, but maybe tomorrow. Take care, everybody. Good night. And Prep, that was awesome. Go, hockey, go.